You what?
Go.
Russian
Go.
now?
Hello!
Go.
Ha!
Hi! Are we live?
Yes.
Yes. We are.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the crew of the Gloved Molotov, who actually haven't been on the Gloved Molotov for quite a while, but that's fine because they're on a new big ship and it's cool. We are here, once again, doing some space shenanigans with
Shenanigoo. Sorry.
small burps because I am consuming liquids. Anyway, um, everybody's ready to have a good time. We don't presently have a Mikhail because he has had a bout of life attacking, which as life is wont to do. If an important choice has to be made by Pim, I shall be making it in the best interest of what I believe he would do. If he disagrees with my judgment, I hope he doesn't disagree with my judgment.
I was gonna say, too bad he ain't here.
Yes.
Too bad.
But
too
you know,
sad.
when life attacks, there isn't so much you can do. Regardless, it's time for me to tell you what happened last time. So, previously, in Stars Without Number, the crew were traveling through space, in regular space, plodding along, trying to get to the planet of Colocatronis to drop off the rogue psychic who has asked to be deposited there. The planet of Colocatronis is currently being colonized by Yakuta, even though the colonists aren't maybe the most thrilled about it. During transit, Katalina was able to communicate through various subtle and psychic means that she had a swarm of nanites inside her being controlled by DOTAC, who was sitting inside, or at least had a portion of himself sitting inside the shuttle in your fighter bay. After assembling a plan and various pieces of machinery to try and stop Katalina, she was awoken in the morning by DOTAC in her ear instructing her to go to the shuttle bay. Upon making quite a bit of a sassy fuss in relation to this, which caused some minor short-term asphyxiation, she began to proceed in that direction, causing the party to panic somewhat and decide to hastily enact their plans early. Molly, under the instructions of Dimitri, began downloading Catalina's consciousness into her brain after having spent the night making space for her, basically assembling a psychic couch for her to sleep on, while 4 different PIMs attempted to crash tackle Catalina to the ground and make sure that she was secure so that she could be incredibly violently electrocuted in the hopes of vaporizing or like reducing to molten slag the nanobots inside her, while hopefully dealing as little damage as possible to Catalina's body. Turns out though that DOTAC had his own plans and had unleashed a swarm of nanobots inside the workshop. Pim and Lockie did their best to counter this though, and after after Pim kamikazed one of his Pim bots into the nanobots, and Lockie placed some grenades inside their form, the sloppy blob of nanobots was no more. During this whole kerfuffle, DOTAC blasted his way out of the ship's fighter bay and attempted to flee, but began receiving fire from Dimitri at the helm of the Milan and its grav cannon, taking shots. One shot was effective, and the shuttlecraft seems to be limping away quite badly damaged, trying its best to flee. Now, before we get to the point of actually jumping in fully, I will ask, because tensions were somewhat high at the end of the last session, are there any things that occurred in the final moments of our previous game that people may wish to amend or retcon as cooler heads are hopefully prevailing?
Yeah, I'm just going to let the needle go ahead. But I'm going to
Okay.
be on side with a bioscanner, checking on vitals the entire time. And if anything starts to go funny, I will stop anything else from happening until I can fix it.
And I won't kill us all out of spite.
Why do I not trust you?
Don't sound so begrudging when you say that, Chris. It's like, all right, I guess I
I
won't
will
kill
admit
us
I'm
all.
horribly disappointed.
Did we
Right.
end up destroying the ship that DOTAC
No.
was?
Not yet.
No,
Yet.
I hit it once. I haven't hit it.
I was gonna say because it's gone from the map.
It's not gone from the map. It's just been adjusted to be in a more suitable place. It's now towards the front of deck 3.
Ah, okay. Cool.
Because
I see it.
Okay.
because it's flying away. So we
Okay,
are.
so pods are the fucking devil because they're the perfect bite-sized snack that come in a packet just too large to eat by yourself that make you feel sick for doing so.
Oh no!
Oh,
Only for those with
oh,
weak constitution.
oh! You mean like
You're
pods,
speaking
as
to
in
me,
like
of
the
course I
chocolate biscuit snacks? Okay.
Yes.
When you said
What
pods,
are you referring to?
we were talking about
Escape pods?
spaceships. I thought you meant escape
Oh,
pods.
yeah, cool.
I was like, that's a really weird metaphor, but okay.
So, with some minor conjuration taking place, we are at a moment in which Dr. Charles has not taken 10 points of stun damage from the 2 Pim bots. And Pim has taken this large needle and plunged it directly into Catalina's heart, and then had a pump attached at the rear of it, aggressively and hastily dispersing this superconductive fluid throughout her system, being like pumped along by her heart, which is probably beating pretty damn quickly at this point. Anyway, Dr. Charles, as you are standing on hand and observing this, you can see up on the bioscanner that there are no immediate negative or adverse effects being registered in Catalina's system, except an understandable increase in blood pressure, because there is now more fluid in her veins and arteries and all that. It seems that Pim has designed this concoction decently enough. You don't know what any long-term potential ramifications of it could be, but currently you think it will do the job, and you can circle around to the whole long-term issues if there is a long-term to be worried about.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
I do my best. So, Pim has done that on his turn. There's lots of Pims, and I'm not going to bother moving around much more of them, except you, Dr. Charles, did ask for something to be brought from your room. So at this point, I'd say this Pim has probably went off and has now arrived and is carrying like a rolled up piece of like.
No, it's literally just a small black box.
Yep, just a small black box, and just hands it off to you.
I grab it and put it in the corner of the room, and then just ask, "Where's my med kit?"
This Pim arrives with it.
Hey Molly, do you think you'll finish transferring my consciousness over before they kill my body? What happens if they kill it first?
Well, then I'm going to have a really good understanding of how to control human hands and feet.
That is very much... Nope, didn't understand any of that. Okay, I'll let you get back to business, and lies down on the couch. Alright, well, let me know when the show's done. Hopefully I don't die.
Right. Well, speaking of which, it's now the turn of Katalina, which also means it's the turn of DOTAC. His vessel is currently beating feet away from the Milan as fast as it can, while Catalina's face has been like aggressively shifting back and forth between other members of the party. All of a sudden, Dr. Charles, you would notice something is changing on Catalina's bioscan, like the live bioscan that the bed is providing a feed of. But before you can suss out what it is, all of you, including you at the helm, Dimitri, can hear a loud voice coming from this room, as if DOTAC has manufactured a speaker from the nanobots. He announces to all in inaudible range, you will let my shuttle leave safely, or Catalina's body will be devoured. And now, Dr. Charles, you realize that every single blood vessel leading in and out of Catalina's heart for about 10 centimeters is actually nanobots.
Fuck.
Cool.
So, basically, DOTAC just makes that announcement, and he is going to take an action that one does when they are flying a spaceship. This action is the evade combat action. So, as you are at the helm of the vessel, Dimitri, it's something that's being handled by the both of you. So basically, you need to make a piloting roll. You have a +2 to this from vehicle space, and a +1 from the speed of the ship. So,
And you can re-roll as an expert.
very true. So I'm going to make a roll on behalf of DOTAC, and if he succeeds twice before you succeed, then the shuttle evades combat successfully and is getting away.
What do you
from
want? 2d6?
Yeah.
Isn't he being held by the tractor beam?
Good point. I will increase the number of required successes then.
So do you want me to just roll quick, or do you just want to know what my numbers are?
I just need to know this once, because this contact occurs over several rounds, and this is just the first one of those.
I rolled 9 on the dice.
Okay. You roll 9 on the dice, which means you have a total of 12. I rolled a 10 on the dice, which means I have a total of 15.
Oof.
Because you also factor in the speed of the ship. A cruiser has a speed of 1. A shuttle has a speed of 3.
Okay.
It's a weird system, but now effectively DOTAC has 1 success against doing an escape from this situation, and that's basically what he does during his turn. And now it is the turn of Dimitri. You are still at the helm and are also controlling the ship's weapons. So you heard this proclamation. Will you heed his warning and allow the ship to escape, or keep on firing?
Fuck no, I'm going to shoot his ship.
Okay.
We are running under the understanding that he's controlling her through the ship. So if the ship is gone, what are the nanobots going to do?
Sorry, did we all hear that?
I do
If you're
not.
in audible range.
I will ask you, Darius, to make a perception check, because you are kind of there's a few walls in between you and the source of the sound, so you might not
Cool.
have heard it.
I'll do that in a tick.
Do you want me to roll it for you?
Yes, please.
Just 2d6.
Perception, so yeah,
A 5 and a 4.
that's pretty good.
I'd say you probably would have heard it. It would have been a bit muffled, and you may have missed a few syllables, but I think you got the intent behind the message, because he was actively projecting to make sure all people concerned heard it.
Cool.
Okay, so on the turn of Dimitri, you are going to aim the grav cannon and open fire once more. Please make an attack roll with the Milan.
That's a 2.
A 2?
Oh yes, that's a great 2.
Okay, so
Apparently I have too many cables on my disc, but yeah, no, that was 2.
it's all good. So as you fire on the shuttle this time, as it's trying to actively evade combat, the shearing plane of energy, you rip in space where you thought the shuttle would be. It peels off and just shears nothing against nothing. Okay. And that is your turn. Darius.
Hearing that, I'm going to assume, because Darius didn't believe that it would have been controlled by radio, but hearing that he's still got control and is somehow communicating with nanobots on the ship despite leaving means that it has to have some sort of radio signal. So I'm going to attempt to hack our own comms system to gobble them the fuck out and make as much interference as possible.
Ah, interesting. So you're trying to make the Milan's comm system so noisy that other communication can't exist in any kind of
and I am aware that the side effects of this is basically making us aware to every single unit in this sector.
It will make the ship quite loud.
Yeah.
To those in immediate range, that's true.
The good thing is, though, is that everybody will then start shouting back as to shut the fuck up, which makes even more noise.
Yeah, so the equivalent of just garbled radio on all channels.
Okay, please roll me. Yep.
Alice, can you roll 3d6?
Since while he's rolling, what effect does the trajector beam have?
So the
on that
two
ship?
highest... No, I rolled a 4, a 5, and a 6.
Yeah, I'm taking the 5 and 6.
So I think you're right.
Yes, Nick?
That's a 15.
15?
Hang on.
Okay.
Let me confirm that. Yeah, it's a 15. So radio comms for the whole sector go down.
No, they don't.
I'm going to claim it though.
Yeah, but hang on. When he retells the story, that's what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, I was going to contact Charles, but that's not happening now. So I'm just going to yell out as loud as I can and hope that Charles can hear me from where I am, which is, ignore him, go ahead, the radio's jammed.
I'm gonna wait till my turn to reply, but whose turn is it next?
Lucia.
After Darius, it's Lucia.
I will roll 1d4 as well, because it's that plus my computer skill
Do
rounds.
you want me to roll a d4 for you?
Yeah, that
For
would be good.
duration.
2.
Okay.
So that's 5 rounds.
Yep. The hack will last for 5 rounds. Okay.
Unless I get bored halfway through and slap a line shunt on the wall.
Indeed. Darius, you have done that. Now it's on to Lucia. She is kind of just standing around going, actually, I think she would pull out her comm pad upon hearing it makes like an ungodly screeching sound and be all like, and the phone is probably just going, as like, she's just like, ugh.
I'm thinking like dial-up and a few rabbits thrown into a blender.
Oh!
She just like turns her compound over and just ejects the battery and is all like, and goes, what was that? Darius?
Do I have time to respond?
You could say like a few words.
Just ignore it. I'm just testing things.
Yay! And that's her turn. Lockie, you are in the workshop after having just dispatched the nanobots. Probably the internal comms in your power armor is probably squealing at you as well at this point.
I would mute that immediately. I can't remember what my plan was. Someone else has already gone to the gun.
Where are you even on this map?
He's on deck 3. In the workshop.
I'm gonna grab my weapons.
Mm-hmm.
You know of which ones.
Yes, I do. are you going to be bringing a really long extension cord with you?
Yes, I will be.
Okay.
And look, I just happen to be right next to the reactor core, so I'll be going in there.
So you spend your turn going into the, like acquiring your weapon, walking into the reactor room, plugging something in, and then walking back out again. So you're essentially where you were before. Just there's various doors open, and you're carrying a really big chunky coil of wire behind you as you go.
Mhm.
Okay,
That's where I'm going for the moment.
sure thing. Dr. Charles, the turn is now yours, and you begin seeing something very, very disconcerting. You have most likely been actively watching what's been going on with Katalina, and it seems that DOTAC is actually a lot smarter than you suspected, because while like as you're standing there watching, you can see that the nanobots making up the veins and arteries around Catalina's heart are beginning to abandon their form and are just like melting away. And you're now seeing a very, very, very drastic drop in Catalina's blood pressure as a result.
Cool.
What? So the veins are disappearing.
Yes.
Okay.
I gather up my power in my hand,
Mm-hmm.
press it to her chest,
Mm-hmm.
and start reforming the arteries.
Ah, major organ restoration, I see.
Yep.
Okay. So as the nanobots are just gone, you reach out, hit her body with a pulse of positive healing energy, and you can see that these veins are just like and arteries are just like sewing themselves back together, like strands of sinew are just like leaping from the ends and are just like stitching together as a series of veins and arteries once again. Now, bear in mind that you cannot use this ability on Katalina again for 24 hours.
Yeah.
But she has been stabilized, and I'd say along with this, because of the part of the body you're affecting, you've probably also psychically forcibly stimulated like her bone marrow and other parts of her body to rapidly begin replacing the blood she lost during that interaction. She does, however, now have a pretty decent amount of internal bleeding from what escaped in the downtime.
Do I also take
So-
system strain?
One.
I think you do, Dr. Charles.
Do
Are you aware
I don't know.
of-
Maybe she doesn't.
Are you aware of how much strain that ability would deal to someone?
One.
One? Okay, yep. Katalina, mark off 1 point of system strain.
Cool. Don't do too many things.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the black box is for. Just in case.
Just in case. So, you have reached out and stabilized her. Time being, she's okay. Pim is probably going to express concern. Actually, I mean, Pim.
I'd probably, after healing her, I'd remove my hand and I'd say, we need to go now. Type thing.
As if to say,
we need to know if Molly's done.
okay, so Pim would probably say, excuse me, Dimitri, is Molly finished? And
I don't know. Let's just ask. Hey, Molly, are you done?
not even close!
Oh god.
I can decide if that's using internal ship comms.
No, it's
No, I'm
just
literally
like,
just around the corner.
yeah,
Oh.
it's just like speaking out loud.
What do you mean not even close? Like,
It's
Give
not
me
even
a-
been 30 seconds.
what time frame are we looking at?
Minutes. I told you.
About 10 minutes.
A few minutes at least.
Okay.
And you can relay that and say
relay.
it'll be a few minutes. Yep.
It'll be
So-
like 2 minutes or 3 minutes.
So,
Maybe as much as 5.
So Pim says to you, Dr. Charles, I don't know if we have that long.
Neither do I.
Go big.
Like, the Pim nearest to the bed kind of holds up like a big red button attached to the bed, and like holds up a palm above it and says, "Okay, I'm going to press the button. Speak now, or forever hold your peace."
Give it a minute. I can hold her stable for now. Just give her a minute.
Okay, and he waits. Okay. Now is the turn of Katalina. You currently don't have any sensation in your body beyond your elbows and knees. You're also beginning to forget how to speak English. Like, you're sitting there trying to put together a sentence, and for some reason it takes you much longer than it should to think of the word was. And you don't know how that feels.
Oh
But
no,
you probably
I know how that feels.
you probably end up just like speaking or at least thinking in like half English, half Russian, just because that's what you're able to do in the moment as you're.
That's normal.
Yeah, fair enough.
But that's out of like just sort of. Yeah. Okay.
See, she's doing it already.
Shut up.
Character today.
And now the shuttle containing DOTAC is going to make another attempt to evade combat. Ooh, not as good this time. Please make your roll, Dimitri.
Same. 6
Two?
and 3. It's just
Oh.
they're reversed. So we've got 2 different dice. And
So you rolled a 9.
yes.
Okay,
that's
so
12,
9. Okay, I actually only rolled a 6 on the die, which means that I rolled an 11 total, which means that you succeeded, which reduces the successes from DOTAC to 0, which means that he has to start all over again. And
So he has to get
begin-
3 or 4 in a row.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah, it can be a challenge to evade combat in the system, but he's trying.
okay.
Okay, so that is what he does. Dimitri, it's your turn now.
That's 13 on a d20.
To attack on the dice? Yeah.
To attack.
With the +9 you get from actually, I think it's a +7 from the I know it's +9 from the armor class of the shuttle. You hit DOTAC once again.
Yay!
Right. Roll me some damage and see if you can roll higher than a 4.
You fucking better.
With what is it? Isn't it like 4d4?
46.
46,
So, yes,
eh?
I-
So
I'm-
if you roll ones on every die, I will come in there and punch you.
I got 1.
Mhm.
What I get? 5, 6, so that's 11 plus 1 is 12 plus 2 is 14.
14 damage. You just dealt almost as much damage as a brand new shuttle has hit points. Okay,
I like
So-
this new gun.
you line up the grav cannon. It's kind of it's like you have to aim quite intently in 3 dimensions because you're aiming where the beam comes out and also aiming like on the like length of the beam, what part of space gets sheared. So it's like you're like sliding back and forth, twisting a knob, trying to adjust to get the range just right, and you're like, and then you press the fire button, and it's like somebody took a knife and cut cleanly through the center of the shuttle, and then just like turned each half into a cheese grater and just rubbed it against itself super quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, so both halves of this shuttle just go and just like vibrate against each other and disintegrate.
Would have been nice to have that medical equipment right now, but his body's just desserts.
Indeed.
How are we looking, Charles?
I don't know yet. Is he dead?
Oh yeah, he's he shuttled it turned into like finely minced meat. If that,
Perfect.
does that work on shuttle? Whatever. Itty little bitty pieces.
Okay. And Darius, you probably would have maybe heard that. Actually, Darius, roll me one more perception check to see if you can hear that, because
Do you need me?
if there's, I think so. If there's still more gargle going on, perhaps you can't hear it over the screaming speakers.
I'm yeah, zealous.
6 total.
Yeah, can you actually roll me a d20 for mental effects save as well? Because I have internal comms.
Oh god, you do, don't you?
Oh no, you fail.
Yeah, I fail. I'm just on the floor grabbing my
Oh.
head, going, oh fuck, oh fuck. Oh, fuck.
I'm
What
sorry.
do I
I
do?
immediately regret my decision.
I'm so sorry. This is why I don't
It
like
was a
D20s.
calculated
I'm so
decision,
bad at
but he's
rolling
bad
them.
at math.
Yeah, I'm gonna be out for a while, I think.
Oh dear, sorry.
You'll be out for another like 30 seconds. Why not like 20?
I
something.
mean, this is like the sound equivalent of sticking your head in a jet engine. I think if that happened to, like, not including the physical damage, but if that happened to anyone, I'm pretty sure they'd be out for a while.
It's
So
not
you're not hearing
actively-
it.
Yeah,
It's not a physical
it's not.
effect.
It's not damaging your
mental.
eardrums. It's going
Yeah,
It's
to your
still
brain.
the like
Yeah,
sound and
which is
vibration
worse.
in your mind would still be
Yeah.
really jarring.
let's be honest, that's so much worse.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh no. Oh no.
It is no worse than like a loud rock concert. Like, why are you upset?
So yeah, he's just on the ground, probably yelling loudly, going,
Bit of blood
actually,
coming out. Yeah.
I'm gonna have Lucia roll a perception check to see if she can hear you screaming, and I think she can.
I think all of us can.
So she, knowing that she can't do anything to solve this, is going to see if she can address the other situation. So she can make it like to
Yeah,
your door.
no, all of us can
and-
hear him screaming.
So I'm not sure if you can hear the sound of her like banging on your door past the mental noise, but that's basically what she's doing, being all like, "Darius, are you okay?" And that's all.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, people don't
Lucky.
scream like that when they're okay.
no, they do not.
I'm
So lucky.
basically going to call it that I'm out until I successfully save on that.
Okay.
Plan.
Okay, Lucky. You have your
Alright. I have
Stuff.
my weapons. As far as I know, we're still flying towards the ship, trying to catch up with it. I don't know if it's been blown
Mhm.
up yet. And something's happening with Katalina. So I am going to try and jury rig a EMP wave gun using the mag pistol and a lot of copper and a and one of the B cell batteries I've got.
okay. Can you please make me
Well,
a
there's a
tech
few other
filter
parts.
roll?
I can certainly try.
just like grabbing random stuff from the shelves and going, oh god, oh
Ooh.
god, oh god.
That could actually pass. That's a 9.
A 9? Okay. You're quite lucky that Pim has been doing some construction here because the copper wire has been stored very nicely and neatly coiled up on a spool.
Oh, he's gonna hate me because it's not gonna be after this.
So having like a nice coil of copper is good. It's pretty interesting. So you just grab that, like use a hammer, hit the side of the mag pistol once, crack the casing, pry open a piece, and start like messing with the internal wiring. You are making progress, but it's going to take you longer than 6 seconds to assemble it.
Oh
so
yeah, definitely.
you are beginning to do the thing. Okay. To Charles. You are watching the live feed of Katalina, and while you felt confident at the time that you could keep her well, you're beginning to notice that more is occurring. That the nanobots that were feigning being blood vessels are now beginning to actively destroy Catalina's body from the inside. Can you make me a tech Maltech roll, please?
I think Pim's good at that. I feel like Pim would be knowledgeable on that too.
Yes, I will also make a roll for Pim on his turn to.
No. I can't remember what my modifier is.
It'll be
So it's an 8.
an 8. You think something pretty damn sus is going on with this? I'll have Pim roll as well because he has a +2 to Maltech altogether. But he also only rolled an 8, so I'd say the two of you kind of like lock eyes over Catalina and probably come to the conclusion that DOTAC gave these specific nanobots instructions on the event of his death. So if he is no longer actively communicating with them anymore, they just do the last thing they were told, which is to just eat Katalina from the inside.
Cool.
So, like, sorry, I'd say technically nanobots are too small to have that kind of memory.
Well, if there's enough of them.
No, to have like memory on board, because it's such a tiny machine that they just take instructions. But if there's nowhere to store the instructions,
once they lose instructions, all they'll do is replicate, which would consume whatever they're in, which is Katalina.
So in other words, I'm full of replicators.
yes,
Fucking
you're a replicant.
replicators.
So you are currently seeing this happen. Her lungs are currently some of the first things being affected, as is a part of her heart and digestive tract.
I need to give time for fucking Molly. I reach into my bag and grab an coagulant and inject her with it.
Okay.
And then I also grab like a double dose of iron and inject her with it as well to try and distract the nanites from body, and hopefully they'll go for like metal instead.
Okay.
Well, he.
Good idea. It works on termites.
Good point.
I was gonna say he would also know that they've been draining her of her iron because she told them that.
Okay, so you are doing like aggressively, hastily doing things and doing the whole like doctor thing, being all like, "Honey, 10 cc's of hemoglobin, stat," and just like doing all the dramatic doctory things, which is lots of fun. Just trying to take care of her. Move you closer to her bedside as you are doing these things. Okay, can you roll me a tech medical, please?
I can do this. Give me a good roll for this. Yeah, it's not too bad.
Hmm?
It's 9 on the dice, so 10.
Okay. You feel pleased in your ability to have seen this and think that you are providing a good short-term solution to this problem, but you need Molly to go faster, basically.
And I'd be like, Molly needs to pick up the speed.
Molly can hear you fine.
If I go fast, I might damage her mind. Is that okay?
I prefer you don't damage her.
Oh dear,
You're
she's already damaged enough, guys.
Your call.
Ask her.
Hey, Catalina.
Duh.
Hey, can I go faster? I promise it's not going to hurt too much.
Will it hurt more than my body already hurts?
No.
Okay.
Is that a yes?
Okay.
Okay. Can you please make me a mental effect save?
Molly didn't tell her that it might make her lose her mind.
No, she didn't.
16, so I'm fine.
Okay. You begin feeling like things are going away faster now. You can't feel any of your limbs anymore. You don't think you can remember anything far enough back, like behind age 10 in your memory, and you're confidently not speaking any languages anymore. So your current psyche is just composed of thoughts and images and ideas that aren't structured into words or sentences.
This'll be fun.
No speaking.
Or it was
Just Just quickly draw a picture. Tell us how you feel in a
okay.
pictogram.
So, Dr. Charles, you get a reply mentally from Molly, which is, okay, it's going faster. This is harder than I thought it would be.
Please keep it up. I can only hold her like this for so long.
Okay. Because the damage that is being done to Catalina is progressing at like an even pace. I think I'm going to drop us out of initiative just because it's not super pressing to track it that intently. I will still be tracking certain like time elements, but us being this strict is necessary when there aren't any active threats besides what's inside Catalina. So, Lucky.
Yes.
You are still aggressively working away at the gun down in the basement. Please make me another push-tech roll to bodge together an EMP.
Ooh, that is a 7.
7? Okay.
Yes.
You run into a bit of a hiccup and spend a bit more time than you would like just angrily searching for like wire cutters and other tools you need. So you make even more of a mess down here than there already was, just being like, where's it? What?
Team
Oh!
will kill you later.
Oh, there is no concern about mess. It's just gonna
like-
be done.
Actually, Catalina will kill you later. Because that's her workshop as well.
Dimitri will kill you. One of us will.
Indeed. Dr. Charles, can you make me another tech medical roll to see how best you can keep Catalina's body from being devoured during this time?
Double sixes.
Oh. Okay. You have a very interesting idea as you watch these like angry bugs inside Catalina swarm towards her arm where you've just inserted more iron because they're like, oh boy, iron! It's simple to break down, and they swarm towards it. You have a clever idea and just pull out like a portable MRI scanner from the bed, and they're all like, okay, it's built like a big chunky barrel that you like snap open and put over part of somebody. So you grab that, like put her arm in it, and then as soon as there's a good chunk of nanites in the arm, you just turn it on, and they start freaking out.
Not only that, once quite a few of them are in the arm, I grab a tourniquet and tourniquet her arm, stop them from getting back out.
Okay, yeah, you are able to
Sacrifice the arm to protect the organs.
Mm-hmm. You've managed to slow down a decent portion of them that got baited away by the infusion of iron. There's still some actively devouring her internal organs, but it's slower and it's taking them more time to replicate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Indeed. Darius, can you make me 3 mental effect saves?
Do you need me to make those?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Oof, 6. Nat 20.
Okay, so after
And 10.
so after about another 20 seconds or so, Darius, you're able to cut through the fog of your own wailing mind and hear the sound of your door being like beaten on by Lucia yelling, "Are you okay?"
I'm going to shut off all my internal comms first before replying and go, slight miscalculation. Fuck. What's
Can
the
you-
situation?
The blown up shuttle. Katalina being eaten from insides. Dr. Charles doing doctory things.
Accurate.
I'm going to flick off the all comms hack,
Mm-hmm.
and just put a repeat message out on all channels. Just flick it over to a repeat message saying, "This has been a test of Yakuta's planetary defense systems. Please do not be alarmed."
Okay.
And then
That's
I'm
great.
going to walk into the medical room where Katalina is and just look at Charles and go, this looks fucked. What do you want me to do?
For now, stay back, because I don't know whether or not her blood could infect others.
All right, give me a sec. I'm going to try and broadcast a signal to them, because would I know that it's going to be because the source is dead that they're going to be going autonomous?
So something that's very interesting about the whole nanobot thing is the main reason you haven't been able to exploit any of the nanobots that you've encountered previously is because you lack the technology to effectively communicate with them.
Yep.
There's just you assume that a piece of that tech was likely installed on board the shuttle, and that's how DOTAC was able to command them. But you don't have a way to speak or command the nanobots.
Psst, try
Okay,
and salvage it.
No, cool. I mean, you could just cut off the arm.
There are still nanites within the body. I've
Yeah, okay.
managed to get a lot of them into the arm and sealed them off, but there are still many in the body that I need to deactivate once her mind is safe.
All right, so I'm not much help here then. And I'm just going to leave the room.
Okay. Lucky, can you make me another post-take roll?
Come on. Oh, that's 6, but +1, 7 again.
Okay. You managed to find the tools you need. You've like attached the wires to the appropriate places. You've got you've done something really dirty, which is like stab a nail into one of the like capacitors in the circuitry of the mag rifle, and you think with these pliers, if you twist the nail, it'll do something.
Yeah, throw him across the room.
And then you like take a roll of duct tape and just like do a few loops above the B-type battery and just like turn it into like a strap for a bag, and then like put the tape over your shoulder to make sure that you have the B-cell battery next to you. Pick it up and go, I guess.
It doesn't need to look good. It just needs to function.
Okay, so you have absolutely no idea if this is going to work, but you've done all you can think of to try and bodge together an EMP.
Yep. I'm gonna start running up to where Katalina is in the
Okay. Katalina,
Da.
you feel quite beside yourself at present.
Couldn't imagine why.
Is there literally a second one of her forming beside her?
Kinda, yeah. Can you make me another mental effect save?
You can do it.
No, I don't think I succeed. Let me check.
No.
Nope.
Okay, hang on a second. Where's that page I bookmarked a while ago?
Oh no.
Romney, we need a reroll.
Maybe? Maybe?
You can't rely on Romney to solve all your problems.
I
Why
don't know.
not?
I highly disagree.
There you go.
What?
You paid for one.
He did it? Okay, Catalina, roll again.
Oh, yes! Okay, okay. But I was
Fucking
curious to know what would happen. Net 20.
Okay.
Worth it!
I'll leave that page open just in case. Then.
Oh, God.
No.
There's gonna be more of these. But it's okay.
Stop doing this to me. My heart can't take it.
I found the page. It's okay.
It's fine, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay. So you are probably experiencing something incredibly bizarre. Probably the nearest equivalent to low-level consciousness that exists. So like, you're aware, but you're also not. You
Like- The deepest meditation state ever.
And in that meditation state, the parts of your mind that have been properly organized by Molly are probably drawing on what available information they can. So you feel like a bug, and the meditative state you are occupying is that of. You remember that big like underground arboretum you guys found on Isolia, where it was just like a big cavernous dome full of those weird metallic trees full of bugs of various sizes?
Yep.
In your like trance state, you're there, just like crawling around, enjoying some leaves, having a grand old time. It's very zen, but also very alien to you, so it feels wrong even though it feels right.
This is a Molly memory, isn't it?
Yes, this is like probably a genetic memory of hers, because she didn't actually ever experience this place.
She would have
She
also
has-
probably drawn it from Catalina's memories as well.
Well, not from this perspective.
No,
You have no context for being a bug.
but the space.
Location.
Yes, the space. It's been like pieced together potentially. So yeah, that is what you are currently experiencing. You walk along.
Good times.
You have a poo. You leave it there. You keep going.
Mind droppings.
Yep, mind droppings. What's going on? Lockie, you probably run into Darius in the hallway.
Mhm.
As you're carrying this device towards the bedchamber where Katalina is.
Oh, he's just gonna keep running like straight through if Darius doesn't get out of the way.
Chris,
he may have had to step out.
I assume. I'm going to assume.
Sorry, no, I'm still here.
Oh,
I just wasn't realizing I'm on mute. Sorry, please repeat.
I am running past you at very high speeds. Are
Can
you
we-
dodging out of the way quickly enough?
I'm just gonna raise a hand and just go tag out, holding my head.
So you probably get like somewhat shoulder checked as Loki goes by, and you see he has like a B cell battery taped to his side and has like a coil of copper wiring brutally attached to the end of a mag pistol in his hand, and he's running along the hallway.
Yeah, I'll just raise a hand for a high five and just say I'll tag out as he passes.
You just basically slap it on the way through. Probably a lot harder than would be acceptable.
And he's in power armor, so it's probably like a
Oh! It's like getting a high five from Iron Man.
It's like, you know the Simpsons meme where he gets hit in the leg. Sorry, is it Family Guy? I don't know. It's a classic
Oh, yeah.
one.
Yeah,
where
the
he's
whole,
just
like-
holding his leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that, but alternating between my hand and my head.
Okay. Rocky, you run to the room. Dr. Charles, can you make me another tech medical roll as he does?
Seven.
Okay, you're having a more difficult time containing this situation. It seems like the nanobots in her organs are doing a more impressive job at repopulating. Her lung capacity is down quite a bit and is beginning to have a more serious impact on her intake of oxygen.
I will connect her up to oxygen.
Okay.
Just trying to stabilize her as much as possible. I'd probably find another place to inject some iron to get more of them away from organs.
Well, she has 3 more limbs. Take your pick.
I'm so sorry, Alice.
it's fine.
I'm gonna start on her next arm. The other arm.
Okay.
I'm literally gonna grab a monoblade, cut the arm open a little.
I mean,
And
that's
then
the
just
one
grab
with the
an injector.
monoblade in it.
No, but you can't like pull the blade out and stab her with it. Like,
No. I'm just gonna grab my own monoblade and
yeah, just roll like.
cut into her arm so I can inject the iron into it. And
Okay.
I will
That's
probably move on to the leg next.
okay. That seems to be attracting more of the nanobots. So now, Lockie, as you like round the corner, you can see Katalina has a breathing mask on her face, and Dr. Charles is just like is just putting a monoblade on the like table next to him and inserting a syringe into her right arm.
And then
Just gonna
as
yell
soon
out.
as I see them move, I'm gonna tourniquet us again.
Cool.
It's just gonna basically yell out, "Where the bloody hell are they? Tell me where."
I point at Catalina. Everywhere.
He's just gonna hold up the gun and just like, be more specific. Worst place.
I point at where the ones in her armor. Because that's the
Okay.
biggest grouping.
The ones being confused by a portable MRI scanner.
I'd probably start with the arm that I'm currently just injected. Because as they come down to it, and they're not being distracted by something else, I'll be like, they're here.
Alright.
Or some of them are here.
I'm gonna get as close as I can so that it will hopefully not affect other things in the area because it should be a directional thing and fire.
Okay. Can you please make me a tech save?
Tech save. I haven't had to make
I
one
swear,
of
if
those
this
before.
blows up in my face, I'm gonna hurt you.
If it blows up in my face, I'm gonna be perfectly fine because I'm in power armor, but you're
Yeah.
not.
Oh, really? Really? I never would have guessed.
Tech save.
Mhm.
Not 20.
Hey! I think that was food.
Also, my food is here. Yes, be right back 1 sec.
Okay. I'm gonna wait until he gets back to explain what that does.
Wow, so rude. So many nat 20s. That's already 3 nat 20s. We're not even playing D&D.
Oh,
Far
quite
out.
impressive.
Yeah, when they don't matter, they come up a lot.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. And it helps that part of the transfer of
I'm back.
Katalina. Excellent. Okay, so you produce this device, hold it out in front of you, and just like pull the trigger. Nothing happens. You kind of like look confused. Pull the trigger a few more times, and then you probably go, oh right, like you grab the pliers attached to the nail, attached to the capacitor, and twist the nail a bit as you're holding down the trigger. You're like, and then as you hit like this sweet spot, there's this like kick as you feel the frame of the gun begin to electrocute you.
Lovely.
And but it's also kind of doing what you want it to do, and just like emits this blast. Dr. Charles, you look up and there's like a segmented cone of dead pixels on the screen that feeds the bioscanner, as if a portion of the ability of the bioscanner has just been completely wrecked by this blast of EMP.
Whatever that was, don't do it again.
Was it directional?
It was somewhat directional. Lockie, you look down and it seems that most of the internal solder and circuitry of the mag pistol is just slag.
Yep, I expected that to happen.
But it seems like it's maybe done its job a little bit.
Well, you don't have to worry about me doing it again. Don't think it's going to happen again.
So you check the parts of the bioscanner that are still working, Dr. Charles, and it seems that a portion of them that had made it up into her arm have just been rendered inactive.
Well, that's worked for the most part. I'm not sure if the ship or the equipment here could take another shot like that, though.
And after that, he's just gonna run out towards the bridge to see what's happening with the shuttle, because he still doesn't know it's been, destroyed.
Fair enough. So you run out and see Dimitri. What have you been? Actually, you know what? Quick aside, Dimitri, you've probably been having to field a lot of phone calls, because as soon as Darius turns off the like screaming alert and sends this broadcast of,
I was gonna handle them next turn, but
I mean, like,
all good.
You probably both need to field some calls, because there's like 20 of them.
Didn't you turn off your internal comm system?
For a fit tick, yeah. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
probably say over the speakers, "Hey Darius, what the fuck have you done?"
yes. So in the meantime, as all this kerfuffle is happening, like 5 and then like 10 different hails come up on ship comms. The tagline being, "What the hell was that?" for most of them.
This is the Milan. What do you want? What? No.
What's
That's
that? What are you saying? Emergency broadcast system. That's what you're screaming.
Oh no, I have no idea. I think the screaming was some kind of fault in our communication system. It seems to be fixed. Is it still screaming?
Screaming. That was very loud.
Oh, Dad, you think it was loud for you? Think how it was for us.
Okay, don't do it again. That was really obnoxious.
No, it was not intentional, you fucking idiots.
Okay, well, don't make the same mistake again.
Piss off, Mister. I'm not interested.
Hang on.
Next one, duh. No, it
Next
was
one?
just an error. No, just. It is over.
Come on. Be good at your job. Just hang on for that guy too. It's just like the same thing of lots of angry calls, and then after a bit, Darius, you two can begin fielding these calls
I was
at
gonna
the
say,
same time as Dimitri.
isn't Darius our comms officer? It's his job.
I'm gonna actually
A bit
patch
distracted
through
by,
to.
EMP cones and other
I'm-
things.
I'm actually gonna patch through to that officer when I get the clarity of mind.
Okay. I assume that after being buzzed by Lockie, you maybe go and get some coffee because you're right by the kitchen.
Our coffee machine doesn't work anymore, I think.
I'm just going to grab a handful of beans, chuck them in my mouth, and start crunching.
We need to get that coffee machine fixed.
You do.
D&D priorities.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, roleplay priorities, sorry.
Then you can start fielding calls. Most of them seem angry, but a few of them seem to be questioning the authority by which you issued the announcement of, this is fine, we were doing a test.
I'm going to specifically try to connect to the ones who are questioning the authority and just say, hello? Hello, who's that?
Hello, yes. This is Officer... Sec?
This is also a name made up on the spot.
NPCs. Yep. Because I was not expecting this.
It's just
That's
Muhammad.
okay.
Yeah, it's just Muhammad. They're all Muhammad.
This is Officer Khalil. It sounds like a masculine voice on the line, and it just says, "Hello, this is Officer Khalil. I've been instructed to monitor system-wide comms for abnormalities. Why have you broadcasted something as though you are performing a test?"
I'm going to use my previous sergeant's name in this one. So I'm going to say... I'm going to... What was his name again?
Sergeant Mansour.
Yeah, sorry, Sergeant Mansour on the line here, section... and just rattle off military credentials.
Okay. Please roll me a luck save quickly.
Yeah, can you roll that? Because I know he's dead. Alice?
Luck save.
Is he dead?
Was he the one I killed?
No, he was the one you spoke to previously. I'm just asking for a luck save to make sure that Officer Khalil and Sergeant Mansour haven't met before.
15.
Yep. That's a pass, I think.
Okay, you are lucky, and they have not crossed paths, so you can continue.
I wanted to highlight the problem that we had on our board, our ship comms computer. I had to... Look, I'm going to have to report this into the brass. Can you clear the area? There's danger here.
The response is, clear the area. We have minimal traffic going to and from Colocatronis today. It's a slow day for imports, so it should be all right. What business do you have in the area, if you don't mind me asking, sir?
I'm gonna and ah for a few seconds, just like I think we had a Harbonan spy or something implant Maltech on our ship. I released that wave of shitty communications to interrupt radio signals. Apologies for the concern.
Can you please roll me persuasion?
Can you roll that again, Alice? Yeah, I'm keeping that because that's a +2 on that, so it's a 12.
That's a pretty good roll.
Yeah, it's very good. See how he fares. Not nearly as well. Okay. You hear him just say, "Oh dear. Well,
look, I've got a corpse to report in. We'll bring it down to planet later and check in with Yakutan, with the fucking quarantine or whatever. But at the moment, we really need this to be hushed up and hushed up quickly."
It seems like you've chosen the correct words by mentioning the Harbonan menace, because that's a narrative most of the military are happy to get behind. and so the response is, oh, of course, the Harbonans, yes, they are troublesome, especially with what happened to our tanks on the surface. That was a mess.
Absolutely. We lost many good lives that day. Look, the problem is it's going to spread a really bad idea of us looking weak if it gets out that one of our ships was just sabotaged. So can you help me cover this up?
Of course. Operation 47 in full effect.
Thank you very much, sir.
Have a good day, Sergeant.
You too.
He hangs up on you.
I'm gonna now over ship comms. I reckon I've bought us a few minutes, but I mean, people are still gonna come looking. It's a matter of time before a Black Ops squad comes out here.
At this point, I feel like the rest of the party are just still
Doing their
panicking
shit.
over Catalina. So, Catalina, can you make me another mental effect save?
So, 11 is a fail. Because
Okay.
13 is my...
Oh, this is bad.
Can you please roll a d8?
Oh my. Can I roll 2 d4s and add them together? No, that doesn't work. I'm just being lazy. I gotta find a d8.
Roll a D6
Chris?
and add 2.
Chris, you're making lots of noises.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Aha! That's a d8, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My new dice. Whoops,
Ooh.
it went flying.
My new dice, and it's gone.
A 5.
5? Okay. Can you please roll me a D100?
Uh-oh.
I don't like the sound of this.
31? Oh. Is
Didn't-
that a 31?
Yeah, it's a 31. Sorry, I didn't realize I'd accidentally muted myself.
Okay. I'm going to a different PDF. I need 500. That doesn't make any sense. Roll again.
Oh. Rude.
It's a D100 table. These things happen.
77.
77.
High is better, right?
Not always.
I know.
Yeah, this works. Please roll me a D6.
All the dice.
A d6.
Just roll all the dice you
Yeah.
have, and we'll figure it out from there.
A 2.
And now roll 2 d10s, and that's the damage you take.
Oh, I'd be pretty close to dead. I'd be dead, actually.
I thought you were going to say, now can you roll 2d6 7 times?
Okay. Okay.
I'm very scared.
I'm gonna send you a message.
Oh
for future
no.
reference.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Why are you apologizing? This is not your fault. This is totally my fault. I most certainly brought this upon myself.
Nah, I reckon it was D as well. We're fine.
I have sent you a message.
Oh, I'm terrified.
Okay. That works. Cool. Moving on. Actually, where were we? Okay. The response, if anybody asks from
That look.
It's all good, guys. Everything's fine. Everything is totally fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I
It's fine.
don't believe you at all.
Keep going, Roy.
Right. Brain stuff. Molly will say to Dimitri at this point, I think I'm almost done. Is her body still okay?
Charles,
What?
how's Catalina's body looking? Molly reckons she's almost done.
Yeah, quick. It's not good.
Okay. Katalina,
Mhm.
one more mental effect save.
Oh, good lord. That was almost a 3. It's a 19. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You just like bit once and then swallowed, huh?
I almost choked on my food out of like shock.
Mm-hmm.
See, here's the thing. You did well.
Oh no.
Molly didn't.
Oh no.
Yeah. This is like a two-person thing. Her previous roles have been really, really good, but she just dropped the ball at the last point.
No.
Okay. So what does
So-
this mean? Do we
this means
do we find out?
Romney just made a reroll for Molly.
Thank you, Romney. That's very kind of you.
Oh man. Romney single-handedly saving the party members, man.
Romney, I love you, but it's worse.
Oh no!
Oh no!
No.
The first roll was a 6. The re-roll is a 4. Alice, can you roll me a d8 again?
Oh no.
You told Molly to hurry up.
She didn't tell me the
Just
consequences.
redeemed another reroll.
No. I will not allow a reroll. You only get 1. That is too much. I'm
See-
sorry, Romney, but that's just like we will bank this reroll for later. But I'm not okay with just spamming rerolls until you get the response you want. 1 is all you get.
He says, ha ha ha.
I think that's fan. Fan?
Okay.
I
Fan.
just wanted to be a goof.
Can you please roll me a d10? Alice?
Sorry, I was refunding the points. D10?
Yes. D10, please.
2.
Okay. This actually makes a lot of sense.
Oh, near. Oh, God.
You're getting another message.
Yes, you are.
Be prepared for the look on her face once she reads it.
So,
Bad trans-
when I started this character, she was pretty cool, you know? Like, just your average fighting character. Now she's a mutant.
Spelling.
So Molly, you failed to transfer your ability to understand English.
No idea.
Huh.
You will find out if and when Katalina wakes up.
There you go. Oh, actually, hang on a second. I've just realized that that one might not actually make as much sense as it should. So strike that one. It doesn't make sense given the situation. Roll another d8.
Okay.
I hate D8, so I just never roll.
8.
Okay. Okay.
Oh no.
I didn't do a thing for this. I should have done a thing for this.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
I'm
Why was
scared.
it even on the table? It's fine. I'm not even going to tell you what that is until you. Actually, I probably should say what that is. But we're going to go for a break right now because it's like 8:05, and we're going to have a
Rory,
conversation.
You do me a concern.
Okay,
Good.
we'll be back, maybe, guys. Pray for Catalina.
Yeah,
You
Farron's
were
saying
talking
seriously
to-
because he just got into the stream and then we're going on a break.
Okay, everybody.
We'll be like 10 minutes.
We're back in about
Sorry,
10
Farron.
minutes,
We'll be back.
and I will talk to Alice about what's happening.
Mhm.
I'm having not Pringles.
What the fuck, Rory?
It's like
Home brand
mean-
Pringles.
it's home brand Pringles.
Are they called Trimbles?
No.
No.
I mean, home-brand Pringles are probably better than actual Pringles now that they've made them
Right.
absolutely fucking tiny.
Yes.
Yeah,
These are
they
all
also changed the flavor of them,
fun.
I swear.
Did they?
Yeah.
I
it
swear
does
they
taste
did.
different.
They used to taste so much better.
What a cop-out.
It's dumb, which is why I buy these because they're bigger, cheaper, and taste better. So
You're bigger,
Oh, well.
cheaper, and taste better.
Wow, that's a little more than I wanted to know about Rory.
so
I mean, half
As
of
per
those
after
are
Friday night.
compliments.
So we are now at a very interesting point in this. Molly has just informed everybody that Catalina's body has now been completely vacated of her mind. And Pim has been standing this whole time holding this big red button, very interested in pressing it just to see what happens.
Mm.
So just a query in terms of who's nearby. Darius, I assume you were just like standing in the kitchen, hand like half in a bag of coffee beans, just like mentally responding to messages as this was happening.
Yeah, I don't think I would have any particular interest in what's going on with Katalina now because I would know that I can't do anything to contribute, so fuck it, stay out of the way. Best
No.
contribution is not being there.
Question is, where is Lockie? Because he was nearby as this was all going on. So
He's on the bridge with me.
I went to the bridge to see how the shuttle thing was going, and then no one ever actually told me. I just got
yes,
there.
whoops, my
You
bad.
did
So
not
yes,
ask.
yeah.
I-
So
I did intend to.
yes, my apologies. I was just trying to fill in what was happening with Dimitri, and I lost track of time. So Lockie, you arrive on the bridge. Dimitri has just finished aggressively hanging up on like the fifth guy to like call the ship, and you're there behind him.
Basically, it just would have been, where's DOTAC?
I was expecting you to say, "Where's the shuttle?" and be like, "What shuttle?"
Well, I mean, that's basically the same thing.
And then it's, what shuttle? Ah, yeah. It is gone. Turned into little pieces. It's out there somewhere. You can't see it anymore. Answer the phone.
Fantastic.
Duh! Piss off! Not interested.
He's gonna
No,
leave you and
what is it? No, I
probably
don't
head
want
back.
to buy solar panels.
Lockie will probably head back to check on how things are going with Catalina.
No, I don't want spaceship insurance.
Current just cheered us 2,000 bits.
Ooh.
So you make your way into the like kind of in the doorway of the med bay, and you hear probably like mentally from Molly, "She's ready. Press the button." And then Pim just says, "Oh boy, yippee," and presses.
That's such
dear.
a good
I'm not
impression.
touching her while he's doing this, yes?
Well, you just heard Molly say, "She's ready." What's your response to hearing that?
Probably look at Pim and see if he's about to press the button so I can lift my hands.
He's been about to press the button for the past minute, so yeah.
Yeah, I basically just go, do it!
Just yippee, beep, and then I'm gonna say, just for dramatic flair, a lot of the interior lights on the ship kind of begin to like dim and struggle to remain lit. The ship's forward thrust becomes a bit intermittent as a breathtaking amount of energy runs all the way through Catalina's body. But here's the thing. Actually, she's metal.
You hear pissed off from the bridge, like, what the fuck is happening?
Like what is my ship? So, the main thing that the people see from Katalina initially isn't that much because she has that metallic fluid going through her that's doing the majority of the conducting. However, it's not all of the conducting. So after a moment or two of the button being pressed, you begin seeing like arcs of electricity jumping from like her fingertips to her thigh, or like her chin to her chest, like any small bridges that can be made in her body for current to jump is doing so. And her and as the lights begin to like flicker and dim, she in this room is making more light than the actual overhead lights just from these arcs of lightning.
Right, so Pim has turned to her into a filament.
Christmas tree.
A bit, yeah. As you're kind of like wincing from seeing her gaze, you begin seeing the various pieces of like scar tissue or the very least like damage is forming across her body where these jumps are occurring. It looks like a lightning bolt, but on her skin. And if you Google it, this is something that actually happens to people that are hit by lightning. The Lichtenberg figure, I think it's called, like weird burn patterns are caused on people's skin as a result of this.
The cool thing is that they're actually also internal. Most people don't realize that. You're, yeah, never mind. But
I was gonna say, I'm not sure if that's cool is the word I would use for that.
it's pretty cool. I'd say it's pretty cool.
When most of the people hit by lightning to survive, it's pretty cool.
I'd get it as a tattoo if I could, without immense pain and no tattoo out of. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, so you look down, Dr. Charles. It's pretty immediately obvious that as soon as this current has begun to go through her, she has flatlined. Her, her breathing is done. Katalina, your body has been thoroughly ruined at this point. I'm gonna make a save on behalf of Pip to see if he was smart enough to spare the bioscanner from the current. He wasn't. The bed's built-in bioscanner is broken.
I grabbed the one out of my med kit and use that instead.
you pull out, start holding up. You aren't able to get an actual reading while the current's active, but after a few seconds, Pim like unpresses the button and the current subsides, and once the sparking and buzzing has gone away, you're able to get a more accurate picture of what's happened to her body. All of the like hair filaments, the like weird glowing LED on her head, they've all exploded. So she's bald now. There in front of you, there's a lot of burn marks like around where her eyes are sitting in her sockets because of her cyberware as well.
I can fix that.
Like a lot of the ends of her extremities, like fingers, nose, chin, like things like that, have very bad burns along with all across her body. This body is well and truly thoroughly dead.
Once the current has subsided, I rush over and start to try and heal.
With what technique?
What?
With what technique?
With just the normal one, because I know the organ restoration would work.
Okay. You reach out and try and heal her. There's nothing to heal. It's just a piece of meat at this point.
Cool.
There's no life to stimulate.
Cool. I rush to the side of the room, grab the box, pick it up, and just slam it on her chest and press the button.
Okay.
And all you see is this black sheath unravel and just encase her entire body.
What is it, like a body bag?
It's pre-tech.
Portable body bag.
It basically is.
Yeah, this is a piece of pre-tech salvaged from your encounter with Blacklance. All those months ago, you slap it on her chest, and the ready virus sheath unfurls around her and begins to encompass her body. And because it is before 5 minutes of her death, it begins to do its thing. I need to double check exactly what the duration on the ready virus sheath is to see how long it takes to do its job, because I did not make a note of this.
Neither did I.
That's single use, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Once it's used, it's burned out, and it will not be able to be used again.
You guys had one that I gave you early on to kind of be all like, all right, guys, this game's dangerous. Just in case you need it, here you go. Perhaps someone dying will be a lesson.
Is the victim's no more than 5 minutes dead, assuming the head is intact and most of their mass is present. Subjects are revived in a critically wounded condition with maximized system strain. The sheath functions only once before burning out.
Does this count as the head being intact, though? Like, honest question.
The brain is intact. That's
Is it? Is it?
all it says is when a freshly dead body or human body is sealed within the bag, the module releases a cloud of nanites to repair and revive the subject. And
Nanites, huh? Have we had enough trouble with nanites?
Yeah, I know, right?
This is pre-tech nanites that haven't been messed with the stupid AI.
These have been pre-programmed to do the job of fixing a body and then self-destructing.
Oh, self-destructing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Cool, great.
Okay. So, I'd say it begins to kick in pretty quickly at that point because it's pre-tech and it's very good. So you like turn it on, it unfolds. You're standing there for a moment, just going like, waiting.
I've got the bioscanner like pointed.
Crossing your fingers. You're like, just waiting and
work,
watching.
Please work, please work, please work, please work.
Boop. 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 She has a pulse.
Okay, I need a medical bed down here now. I need to transport her back to the med bay.
Just pick up in the bag, man.
These two pimps say, Of course, Doctor, quite sarcastically, and then just walk off to go and get a bed. Pim is sassy.
Yes, he is.
So after a few minutes of you just like nervously fussing over her, but not able to do anything because she's still in the sheath being worked on, these two pimps come back with a bed that's not been singed or heavily modified.
Or heavily
Bruce now
modified.
dead. My imagining is this bed will not work again.
No. It's been shot by a crudely made EMP gun and pulsed with a butt-ton electricity.
Once the sheath finishes up,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be like, Molly, when you're ready, I believe she should be fine.
Let me double check. So it's mortally wounded in a. It says
Critically wounded.
Critically wounded.
Critically wounded condition with max system strength. So the question is, do you want to put Katalina back into a body that's really, really badly damaged, or perhaps fix it first?
I can't fix her until she's gone 24 hours so that I can use some of her strain to actually heal parts of it.
That's a
Right.
good point, which is too
Which
long.
is why I need her in the medical bay so I can keep an eye on her and actually stabilize her there.
Okay. So yes, you can take Catalina's comatose vegetative state body up to the med bay and attach all manner of life-sustaining equipment to her and make sure that at the very least her body is okay.
Yeah.
Katalina, you are now mentally intact. You feel a bit weird, and you're still having a bit of a difficult time organizing all your stuff.
Still a bug, aren't I? A
No.
mental bug?
You have all of your, well, you have most of your mental faculties reassembled, and you are you again. But your only ability to perceive right now is through a set of small buggy eyes.
Oh yeah, because Catalina doesn't have eyes. Her
So-
eyes don't work.
You hear from Molly. Welcome.
That was the strangest experience I have ever encountered.
Okay.
I think I'm fine.
I was told to go faster, and I'm concerned I may have left some of you back there, but you seem okay.
What? I feel fine. A little bit hungry. Is that possible?
It depends. I mean, I'm also hungry.
That's probably.
We're hungry.
Oh, that's.
Ah.
Oh. That's a little bit strange. Okay. So,
Yes.
I guess we're roommates for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So,
How do you like the sofa?
I like this couch. It's good. It
Yeah.
reminds me of something. Like, I swear I have seen this couch before. What gave you
Try and
inspiration
not
for this?
say it.
Not saying anything.
Shut up, guys. Shut up.
Sorry.
Not sorry.
Oh, it just seemed nice, so I made it for you.
Okay. It's good. All right.
Yeah.
So,
Would you like to talk to everybody else?
that's, I don't know how I feel about this, Molly. I'm not going to lie. This is a very strange experience. I will ask question first. Am I dead?
Check. And so at this point, Molly like jumps off Dimitri's shoulder, scuttles up behind Lockie's boot, and sees Dr. Charles transferring Catalina's badly damaged body from one bed to another, and is preparing to move you out.
The funny thing is, would she still be in the sheath at this point? So all she sees is herself in a black body bag.
But there's a monitor with a beeping sound.
Yeah. It's taken time for Molly to like properly reassemble Catalina's mind. So at this point, she's been revived, and as soon as your body lands on the new bed, the bioscanner kicks in, and you can see that your body has vitals.
Okay.
No brain activity, just vitals.
Let them maybe finish what they're doing. It looks kind of maybe important.
I mean, if you want to talk to them, just put these on, and all of a sudden you feel like someone's put the psychic equivalent of headphones on you. But it feels like there's like headphones, a microphone, and a pair of antenna like on this thing that feels like it's part of your head. And Molly says, just say whatever you want to say.
Hello?
You will hear psychically the voice of Katalina saying hello to you.
Immediately, Lockie's just going to be, nope, I'm out. Shit's getting too weird around here.
Do you actually
So-
say that out loud though?
Yeah. It would.
Where do you go then, Lockie?
I mean, there's no way he can go that is actually safe, but the kid is just going to go back to his room for a bit.
Okay. You just go in this direction, walk off, pass by Lucia, who at this point is just like on the sofa.
Does
Because
that
like just like Darius, she can't be helpful either.
Katalina's gonna like feel the antennae a bit and be like, maybe it's not good reception? I don't know how this works. Can you guys hear me?
He heard you just fine.
Oh. Okay.
That's
Can they still hear me?
We can hear you.
Oh, hello, doctor.
Greetings.
This is very strange experience. I feel a deeper understanding of Molly, though.
Is that good or bad?
Molly is always hungry.
Duh. And there is a reason that we do not feed Molly endlessly.
Ketchup.
Molly,
It's
you know there are things that taste better than ketchup.
Lie, you know it.
Have you tried mustard?
Right, lots of things. Ketchup is best.
Okay.
Molly likes ketchup because it is both salty and sweet.
Okay. I feel like sweet potato with salt would be more nutritious, but that's fine.
When we,
Katalina.
I was going to say, when we get some fresh produce, we can try this.
Yeah, we mash it up too, make it easy to eat. It's delicious. Sorry, Molly, what were you saying?
So like, at this point, I assume Dr. Charles, you're like wheeling like her body out of here.
Yeah, taking it back to the med bay.
So Molly would probably just like jump onto your shoulder, Dr. Charles, if you're okay with that.
Sure.
So Katalina, you are along for the ride and can see your now seared, bald scalp from behind as being trundled towards the elevator and being taken up to deck 1.
Oh, heck. I hope that grows back. I was really starting to grow on me, the hair.
To be completely honest, I don't know. And I apologize in advance, but really, it was the only way. It got very close there for a moment.
Oh, that's okay. What were you going to say, Chris? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Not important.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay.
You trundle on by and end up taking her up to deck 1. Put her into one of the med bays to take care of her. You head on inside and you encounter Dr. Lucy, who has been there the whole time, but didn't want to be involved in whatever kind of mad science Pim was concocting.
Do not
Because you
blame
know. So Molly jumps off Dr. Charles's shoulder and lands on a table in the corner, and you can put Kalina's body on this other bed and start doing all of the doctory things. Please roll me tech medical to get everything set up.
Is a 7 plus 1, so 8.
Okay. You head on in there, and as soon as you start doing this, the Dr. Lucy is like over your shoulder and goes, "Oh, he actually did it. My
We
God.
had no choice.
Well, it seems like you've done the best you could. Here, I'll give you a hand." So as you're doing the thing, she's like going into cupboards, pulling out things that she's predicting you'll need, and is like handing them off to you as you're getting everything set up. And after
At one point probably be like, once we're sorted here, we're going to have to, once we've given her a bit of time to recover, we're going to have to remove her optics. They're not going to work anymore.
Yeah. Oh dear. It seems that the skin around her optics has been quite badly damaged.
I can fix that in a couple of days.
All right then. we'll have to be careful, but I should be able to do that just fine.
Well, once we got this done, I will stay with her for now, and we'll, yes. Hopefully this is the end of it. We won't have to hear or speak of DOTAC again.
Well, if you intend to return to Papadise, you may need to.
Oh, if we're returning, it's going to be to destroy him, not fuss about with anything not of consequence.
Katalina, you're beginning to get some very weird insights into how Molly's mind works when she's bored. It seems like a few too many times she's run off and watched what you assume is like really bad soap TV, because she stopped paying attention to what Dr. Lucy and Dr. Charles are saying, and is now just imagining that they're in like a really hammy soap, and that these two of them are like star-crossed lovers, being all like, "Oh, Dr. Charles! Oh, Dr. Lucy!"
Catalina, mind you, Catalina's taken the headset off for now. She's put it down. She just watches for a bit, like, wow, this is... Before eventually she also gets bored and is like, whatever.
Enjoying it.
Let's fucking embrace this. And she starts, like, filling lines in with Molly. So she's like, no, like, you know, it's actually his sister and this, and just, like, they start, like, yeah.
And as you're doing it, Molly's just imagining like dramatic piano chords going on in the background.
Oh no! I was so looking forward to our time together and it got interrupted. And so on and so forth.
Yeah, it gets very, very silly inside Molly's head sometimes.
And Catalina's like, oh well, I got nothing better to do, I suppose.
Indeed. So, as Dr. Charles is fussing over Catalina, what is everybody else doing? We've got a Lockie who's just in his room going, nope!
No, can't hear, not
I
listening.
think he's trying to process the situation for the moment.
How would Lockie go about doing that? Like, is it just like sit on his bed, head in hands, or is it more like push-ups?
It would actually, you know what? He's probably going to have left his room, or no, he would be probably starting to work on repairing the mastercrafted mag pistol.
So, head down to the workshop.
Yeah.
You go down there, see the mess you made in your panic, and just go, all right, and like work with the organized chaos that you've made.
Yeah, he is in no way going to actually clean up the mess either.
So it's just like you find the tool for cleaning guns. You turn on the 3D printer and start programming in certain pieces that need replacing, and just get to work bringing this gun back up to full working order. Okay, very nice. Dimitri, you fielded most, if not all, of the calls that have angrily come in.
Duh.
They seem to have subsided now, though. And
Duh.
you're like maybe an hour away from arriving in orbit of Colocatronus.
I'm probably just monitoring like slow day procedures and setting up orbits and whatever else.
Okay. And Darius?
I have no idea at the moment.
That's fair enough.
Would Darius and I need to contact Colocatronus airspace command or whatever the fuck they are to get permission to orbit?
point. I think Darius would know that that's probably a good idea.
Alright, I'll do that then.
Okay. The two of you get on a conference call and send a hail request to the ships, the Yakuten ships company in orbit around Katalina. Hello. This is Commodore.
Commodore rolls dice.
This is Commodore Nazir. How can I help you today?
Privyet, this is the Milan. I'm like, do I use a prefix like in USS? What? Gloved Molotov ship, I guess. Gloved Molotov fleet. The GMF, there you go. We'll call it the GMF Milan. We're just requesting permission to orbit.
Yes, Milan. We have you on our sensors. What business do you have in this airspace?
Just need to stop and not fly anywhere for a little bit. We had a malware attack.
I'm sorry?
The Habonian spies put malware on our ship and disabled some of our systems. The big burst of nasty radio chatter before.
Just a second. Yes. I have a report from a Officer Khalil informing me of this. Are you in need of any assistance for repairs or maintenance, or are you able to take care of it in-house?
We could probably take care of it in-house. It's just, yeah, we need to just sit still for a little bit.
All right. Please roll me persuasion.
That is 9. Plus
Okay.
9 other dice. These 2 dice, I don't know why. One is always 6, one is always...
They loaded.
And then they swap. So the next time I roll it, the other one will be 3.
The response you get from Commodore Nazir is all right. This airspace is normally pretty restricted, but it seems like under the circumstances I can let it slide. Just make it quick, okay?
It'll likely be just a few hours. It's possible.
Few hours? Bring it down.
That is down. It was 4.
Whatever. Just make it quick. I have more important things to worry about than some random cruiser floating by.
Oh? What more exciting things do you have to worry about?
That's really none of your concern, Milan.
Hey, I'm just trying to make conversation. It's lonely up in space.
That is true. However, I have company on board our station. So goodbye, and he hangs up. Okay, you have been given. You've probably been sent an approved orbit path by the command on Calcatronus that you can take.
Mm-hmm.
Have I recognized the Commodore's name?
Commodore Nazir. Make a luck save.
Me?
Yeah.
15.
Let me check.
I think
I assume it's a
that
12.
works. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
passed.
luck is 12.
Yeah, you probably would have. I mean, in your dealings, may have encountered an officer in the service called Nazir. Wasn't a Commodore at the time, but may have received a promotion to this station. Not not a very exciting or interesting man, just all about the job. It seemed from his files, just like doing what he needed to do to progress, and not much else.
Fair.
Why do you ask?
I'm just keeping it in mind.
Okay. Yes, he's a pretty boring type of person. That's all right. Okay. So, if no one else intends to do anything else, an hour passes, and during that time, Lucky, you are able to fully repair the pistol, because that's all at the time it takes.
How far out are we from Tazi joining us?
Tazi is 2 days away from jumping into regular space.
Okay.
If you guys intend to escort her to Yakuta, you need to travel a day back to the point around the edge of the system where she's jumping in, and then wait a day, and then she'll join. Okay. As you guys,
that's probably the idea. But
yes.
Don't we need to drop off a passenger first?
Indeed. Speaking of which, as you guys get into orbit, Dimitri, and you are programming in the plotted course, there is a popping sound, like over your right shoulder, and the psychic has just appeared over your shoulder and is looking out above the planet before you fully enter orbit. The blue lights over her eyebrow light up, and she says, through a nearby speaker, "Oh, we're here."
This is Galacatronus. We are in the holding pattern, like low orbit for, I think maybe 2 hours. Is that long enough for you to get away, get down there?
She stares off into space for a moment. Yes.
Is there anything that you need?
Yes, and she just like turns around, walks into this bedroom, grabs, and then after a few moments, she walks back out carrying the duvet, the duvet and the duvet cover, both pillows, and like the contents of a few of the drawers just like stuffed into one of the pillowcases.
Okay. Whose room was this?
It had not been claimed by anybody.
Okay.
Oh, actually, that's Lucia's room. I just realized. So she has taken like this stuff and it's all like, is this okay?
No. It is easy to replace.
Okay.
One last thing.
Yeah.
Would you like a hug?
No, thank you.
Okay. That's for Danya.
Bye. And she just disappears after taking one last look up at the planet and just thinking for a sec. She's gone.
I jump on the comm system. Okay, our passenger is gone. Whose room was it? Lucia?
Yes.
Lucia, I think you would need some new bedding in your room.
Didn't hear that at all.
Didn't hear that? Or me or him?
Rory. Literally
No.
just heard one little bit of that.
Oh. She just yells, "What? What happened to my bedding?" And you can hear like the stomping of boots on metal as she approaches her room and just goes, Lucky!
What?
I'm with you, I agree, stupid psychics!
It just like snorts. in laughter.
And so she just storms off to try and find another room to replace her bedding from.
I'm sure on a ship like Chris's size, there would be a living press
Yeah.
somewhere.
Of course. Okay. So you can remain in orbit for up to 2 hours and then can plot a course back to intercept the Stasi if you like.
Sure.
Okay. Time passes. We get to 24 hours later. People can do things as they see fit, but Dr. Charles, you are now at a point after a night's rest where you believe you can administer more healing to Katalina.
Like, my rest was literally sitting in a chair next to the bed, just sort of like. And anytime like there was any variation in the rhythm of her heartbeat, I was like, what?
Oh, such a dedicated doctor. I love it.
So yeah, after about 24 hours, I'm gonna sort of check all her vitals, and then starting with the organs, start fixing those first.
Okay. She seems to be okay. And now has 1 less point of system strain. So,
I mean, I feel like wouldn't a 1 night of rest drop it down and then healing put it back up?
yes.
So I'm on max again.
Yes. So you wake up from your rest and you're like, okay, she's rested enough. You apply healing and see that most of her organs are now reassembled.
How much?
Creepy.
How many hit points am I on?
I'd say your body is on 1 hit point, and I'll ask Dr. Charles to roll.
My 2d6.
Oh, it's a 2d6 from your. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Because I upgraded.
2d6 healing. Look at you go. So yes, please roll 2d6.
2d6 plus 2.
Yep.
Really?
2 1s.
No. A 1 and a 2. So you get 5 hit points.
Okay.
A whole 5.
And also, because you are resting and being cared for by a doctor, you also receive hit points equal to your level. So just by resting, your body will receive 5 more hit points naturally.
So does that mean I'm on 11 because I was on
Yes.
1 hit point? Yeah.
Yep. Your body is on 11, and as Dr. Charles is doing this healing and checking your condition, there is a loud thunk as one of the metal grates of the air ducts just falls open, and Molly falls out with you onto one of the beds. For the past 24 hours, Katalina, you have been experiencing a very energetic tour of all of the vents and Jeffrey's tubes of the Milan through the perspective of Molly.
Catalina's been lapping it up. This is like, because she loves machines and vehicles, and she's never had the chance to experience it from this perspective. She's enjoying this. Except she's probably talking about all of these weird techie things that Molly doesn't quite understand, and also vice versa, but that's fine.
Well, here's the thing. As you're having these conversations, Molly is actually replying in kind. She is... Actually, I'd say she is probably replying semi-intelligently. Can you please make me a...
genetic memory kind of talk?
Potentially, but Katalina, can you roll me just flat intelligence? So... 2 as your intelligence.
It's only a 5.
Okay. You swear you've heard the things that she's saying before, but can't quite place where you've heard them. But clearly Molly can, because she may be using your memories.
Or mine.
To converse. Yes, your memories or the memories of Dimitri to be able to converse.
Her assumption is just, she must talk to Dimitri all the time. That's fine. That's normal. But
she
she's
just
Well,
listens.
Yeah, so you are like, so you fall out of this vent, and you can see Dr. Charles. He looks really tired, like bags under his eyes, all like disheveled, sleeves rolled up, and he's just like plunk himself back down in a chair next to your bed, and your body is beginning to look better. The burns are subsiding, and your vitals are beginning to look more normal.
Hey, Molly.
Yeah.
Is it just me or does Charles not look so good?
What you would good. It seems like he looks like this a lot most of the time.
Okay, you got a good point. But, looks like maybe he could use some good sleep.
Can you hand me the headphones?
Can I turn these headphones so they only speak to one person?
Yeah, just turn the dial on the side. There's a dial on the side
Oh.
that just appears as you think of it.
And it's got like all the names of everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you want it first?
It's okay. If you want to talk to him, you can.
Okay. Put it on Charles, put the headset on.
Mhm.
Antennae.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, doctor. Hey, doctor. Mental
Yes.
tap.
Where are you again? Ah, hello.
I am inside Molly.
Yes, I know.
You look ugly from this perspective.
Thank you.
But on that note, you also look terrible. Go to bed.
I am fine.
No, you are not. Have you seen yourself in the mirror?
And I should care what I look like in a physical appearance way.
That's not Charles.
Could you do the rest of the time?
What? What do you mean?
I will rest once your body is better.
That's too long. You need
For now,
sleep.
sleeping in a chair is fine.
You are too stubborn. And she takes the headphones off. Hey, Molly, I think we need to
know.
take actions. Can you put him
Molly-
to sleep?
Better idea. Molly takes the headphones, puts them on, and just begins sending psychically to Dr. Charles the memory of a very calming lullaby from your childhood. So it's very Russian in theme, but it's like soft melody. It's very calming and soothing.
At first, I'm probably sort of annoyed, but eventually I'm like, yeah, it's a nice song. And I'm just going to sort of sit back and just eventually doze off.
I did it! Oops.
Okay, but now we need to keep him asleep so he can get some proper rest.
Okay, I'll do it again. And so she lulls you back to sleep properly this time, and is more careful not to wake you up.
He's very impressive, Molly. And she gives Molly mental pats.
You can feel the pats yourself. It's like you've just reached up and are patting yourself on the head. It's very strange.
Oh, this is strange.
No, right?
If I do this, Molly, can you feel it?
Ow.
Oh.
Yeah?
Oh, this is a very curious experience.
I told you that we were cohabitating. I only have so much room.
Okay, that makes sense, you know? I can respect this. Please tell me if I am being too occupying.
Okay, I think maybe you should take out some of the trash, but that's fine.
Trash?
Yeah, like, and then you see the mental image of that really obnoxious girl, like the Judy friend from Yakuta, and like all the mental space the calls you've been having with her has been occupying, and Molly just says, "Such a waste of space."
Oh, that's Fran. Look, she is a little bit of waste of space, but she's also very important.
Why's that?
Well, you see, it's like camouflage.
Oh, I don't get it.
Okay. She is like friend who is very distracting and makes all the attention go to them, so that when I stand next to her, is not so much notice.
Oh, like Lucky.
What? Like Lucky how?
He's so big. Howard, he's just like Lucky.
Sure, I'm pretty sure she is not anywhere near as... No, she's definitely not as tall as Lucky, or as big. But, close enough. Lucky is very big, though.
Is. And like as you've been conversing, Molly is now crawling across the ceiling behind Lucky. So Lucky, it's been a day. Where are you right now?
If we are about to be expecting Tazi, then he will probably be at the bridge, basically like monitoring, waiting for her to come out of jump.
Okay, you're at this point. The ship is most of the way back to the arrival point, but there's still a day before she's set to arrive.
Oh, okay. In that case, he would.
You probably just say to me, "Hey, can you tell me when Tazi shows up?"
Nope, he is too impatient to wait for someone to tell him.
Well, the ship has survey sensor arrays, and if you thought to use them, you could just be like monitoring like long range space signals just in case you can spot Tazi early.
Yeah, actually, that would probably be what he would be doing then.
Okay, so you're sitting at one of the computers, just like probing, into deep space, bringing up the nav coordinates that were plotted by Dimitri that saved on the computer, and just scanning that portion of space. And then you just hear mentally in the back of your head the sound of both Molly and Katalina having a little giggle.
At my expense.
Yeah, they can see a bald spot from their spot.
I have a luscious mullet, I think you'll find.
Uh-huh. Yes, but the bald spot right in the middle. You might not know it's there, but they know. And they can see it. That's what they know.
How dare you, sir?
You glance up and can see that she's up there.
Oh, hello.
He's just gonna look for a bit and just be like,
Hey, look, you try being awake all the time with nothing to do. It's kind of boring. We've been entertaining ourselves. Right now, we are
fair, but-
entertaining ourselves with you.
That's. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I really don't know how any of this is working. I'm just
Lucky,
honestly, I'm just glad
Lucky.
you're okay.
Lucky. Who the hell are you talking to?
He's just gonna
Lucky's just going,
point.
blah, 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 blah.
He's just gonna point, not say anything, just point.
Ah, you're talking to Mololina. Ah, I see.
Molly.
Mololina. It has a nice ring to it. What do you think, Loki? Do you like our new name, Mololina?
This is way too Look, I'm honestly just glad that you're okay.
I mean, look, I'm not. I don't know how okay is right now. We will see how things go. But I am conscious, kind of.
That's fair.
Hey, Loki.
Hmm.
No, it's okay. You don't like doing this stuff.
Doing what?
Ah, it's been bugging me. I started working on a new design for my eye implants. And now I'm not going to get to finish it. Can you finish it?
Can I make a tech to work out if I would actually be able to work on that kind of thing?
There is detailed blueprints on my data slab. I think I left it in the workshop.
Well, so working on cyberware is equal parts tech post-tech and tech medical. But as long as Catalina's designs don't tamper with any of the parts that interact with her body, it should be mostly just tech post-tech, which you can do.
Okay, yep, cool. Yeah, no. Yeah, I could give it a look.
I'm sure Darius or Pim could help you.
Look, I can't make it any worse.
I mean, true. If it doesn't work, we just make new one.
Yeah.
Was it post-tech?
Because this was the eyes she was designing to have, like, they were less obtrusive and made it look like she had actual eyes. Almost like glass eyes.
Can work on that for you. I should be able to, whip something up, hopefully. You gonna be hanging, crawling, slithering, whatever it is that
I think we
you're
scuttle.
doing.
Molly, do we scuttle?
Time.
We scuttle. I think we can roll.
Yeah. And Molly just like drops off the ceiling, bounces, like curls up in midair, bounces off one of the chairs, and then just rolls out the door.
Bye, Loki. We'll be back.
I feel like Dimitri and I just kind of exchange glances. It's just like,
Oh, no, I've seen this before.
Molly suddenly has a play buddy.
Yeah. And it's probably really refreshing to not have to worry about stuff for Catalina right now, because now everything that Molly's thinking about, which is also partially what you're thinking about, is just like fun, carefree nonsense.
Pretty much. Also, there's nothing Katalina can do except play along for the ride. So she's just going with the flow.
Yeah. It's mostly Molly's body.
Katalina would not feel right about taking over her body. So she would let Molly drive.
It's a weird conversation, but I love it.
You come across Darius in the kitchen and bounce off his foot.
It's like roll over to Darius's foot as he's like trying to fix the coffee machine. Or would Darius even care to fix the coffee machine?
Probably not. No.
Of course he'd fix the coffee machine.
No, he probably wouldn't give a shit. He doesn't drink coffee because he enjoys it. He drinks it because it has a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So chewing on the beans still fulfills that purpose, so he probably wouldn't give too much of a shit.
Fair enough. So,
in fact, it would probably be like, why didn't I just do this earlier? This is so much faster.
Efficiency.
So, one more day passes, and Tazi is going to be jumping into real space shortly. You guys have been holding your position in, like, at the edge of the sector, just hanging out and trying to be low key. But actually, hang on a second. I forgot something. Darius, About a day and a half after you guys left Colocatronis, you have received a message.
Yep.
It is from a blocked number and doesn't seem to be from anyone you recognize. All the information about who sent it and from where it has been painstakingly removed.
Okay. I'll open it up and listen to it then.
Okay. You open it up
Actually, before I do that, I'm going to sandbox it if I don't know where it's from.
Okay. Please roll me a computer's roll.
Alice, can you?
Is no, it's just 2 dice. It's your hacking that has 3 dice.
I mean, it's a counter hack it's defending from a hack? I don't know.
It works.
Okay.
You can roll a third die.
It was worse. So it's 2 3s, so you've got a 6
Okay.
total.
So 10.
Okay, yeah, that's still pretty good. You feel comfortable that you've made it a safe place to be. So you crack open, and it's a video, but it doesn't have any audio. It's just like it's just showing images.
Mm-hmm.
The the starting image is something that in terms of formatting you recognize. It looks like a comms log report, and it includes the title like at the top, like comms burst transmitted from the Milan from like the 8th of September 3200 with a timestamp, and it has a red flag on the file. It's like red flag pertains to Darius Shivani.
Figures.
And so it's just a report detailing the comms burst you sent out using the name Darius Shivani when you were saying, dangerous Maltech in the area, be careful. And so it shows this, and as it floats there for a few seconds, the image crumples itself up into a ball like it's paper, and just gets tossed away into like a recycling bin. And then across the video, it says, "You know this wasn't easy. You owe us. We need to talk. You know who has a job for you."
Yeah. Before I do that, I'm gonna run it through video editing of some sort, break it down into frame by frame, look for edits in every single point, and just check that it's just the text that they've put in.
Roll me another computer's roll.
Actually, I'd probably take it to the lab because that's cryptography, which is research, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So if you to take it up to the advanced lab and use that stuff, then you're rolling science?
I mean, no, let's just use my straight computers. Alice, can you do that? My straight computers is better anyway, even with the research bonuses.
5 and 4.
Okay.
13.
Excellent. You just sit there, break it down frame by frame. You can see the places where it has been edited, but it doesn't look like there's anything sneaky or embedded to mess with your system. It's just been designed to not raise any red flags of its own. It's meant to be a subtle message that doesn't attract any attention.
Okay. I'll respond to it and just say, sorry, had a rogue. I assume they would know. There would be some sort of code within the immersion for a rogue AI or AI in general, so I'll use that.
Mm-hmm.
Situation under control, blew it out of the sky.
Okay. The response you get is, you still owe us. Covering up this report wasn't easy.
I responded back, figures. I didn't expect it would be free.
The response is, you know the place, you know the time, we'll be waiting.
I just send back a message which is literally just the word sigh.
You receive no further correspondence.
Pretty cool.
Dimitri,
Duh.
unfortunately, we're going to have to drop in somewhere.
Duh.
You know that comms burst I did to, like, try and do something? It didn't work. Look, anyway, I got some friends, they covered it up. I kind of owe them now. I have a feeling if I don't do what they say, they might turn us over.
Friends. I like them.
Yeah, friends.
Let me sharpen my knife.
Look, it should be fine. Just standard rules. When we do this, we gotta be. So I'm just having this conversation over all ship comms, but I'm speaking specifically to Dimitri, so everyone can hear this. Like standard rules, they'll probably try and kidnap me or do some weird bullshit like they did last time I was with you, Lockie. But just like, try not to shoot anyone.
How about if we don't kill them, but we shoot them?
If you hurt one of them, they will almost certainly kill us.
No.
Look, there's stuff that we can gain out of this if we're lucky.
Well, I can't really say no, can I?
Well, I can't.
We'll see how it goes, I guess.
So no shooting.
Not unless I say so, please.
Oh, so Lucky stays on the ship looking out the window. Or like peering around the corner or something. I'm not sure. Maybe we hide him in a box.
I assume I actually do know the place and time they're referring to.
Yes, you do. It's not like a specific date. It's basically
Every Wednesday sort of thing.
Yeah, it's like every Wednesday and Saturday at like 2 a.m. at this very like innocuous looking back street, somewhere in the main city.
Yeah, it's actually on Yakuta though.
Yes, it's on Yakuta.
Yeah. Okay. Look, you might need to drop me off at Yakuta and go to Harbona first if that's what you guys need to do.
And what we need to do relies on Katalina also. So unless she's awake and moving about in her own body, you know, it is we can wait on Harbona. I would rather be available to rescue you again from Yakuta if I need to.
Don't know if I have that much time, but yeah, okay. I reckon I'll wait a week. Max. Any longer than that, there's a strong chance they're going to start being more persuasive.
Look, we're waiting for Tazi to show up in the Molotov. Then we need to decide what to do after that. And somewhere in this vectoring is what is happening with Katalina.
All right. To the crew as a whole.
That is the current time frame we're looking at. And then somewhere in the near future, we need to go to Harbona and kick you guys out of it.
You hear him chime in over the comms. He says, "I thought we had agreed we were all going to go to Yakuta first."
I was under that impression too, but
I'm happy to go to the place of my enemies. Why not?
It's okay, Darius. We can help you with whatever it is that they will ask of you.
I mean,
my personal preference is not to drop you off and leave you there. Is to stay.
As it stands, I'd rather go by myself either way because I'm pretty sure on Yakuta there's a hefty bounty, and if this is a trap, it doesn't really matter how many of us go.
Okay, so it's you and me and Molly.
Meh, fair.
If
Well, if I'm not shooting stuff, you don't really need me.
is Catalina able to hear this conversation?
It's being broadcast on internal comms, so you can hear it through Molly's ears.
Catalina will turn the dial to Dimitri.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I can do Dimitri and Darius, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, okay. I need to go to Habona too. I mean, Yakuta.
Why? Oh, we're talking. What's his name?
Little sister.
Yeah, okay.
I need to go visit the library.
Well, to get in contact with the library, our way first is probably better, especially considering you're not exactly mobile at the moment. Or I mean, well, you don't have you know what? Your legs are fucking fried, all right? So how about I do the walking?
Just take Molly with you, and Dimitri maybe can take me to where I need to go.
Yeah, all right, fine.
But I need to go back to Yakuta. There are things that I need to check into.
I guess. All right, I go back on all ships' comms. So, Charles, Lockie, you got the choice. Go with Dimitri with Catalina, or come with me and do something probably not as fun. We'll see.
I made a promise to Katalina, so that's where I'll be going.
Fair. Come on, Charles. Old time's sake. You can almost hear the sardonic sarcasm through that.
Almost. You
Is
could, like,
Christian is
with
your?
a fucking mop and bucket.
I
think Christian, you're muted.
I think his mic's muted. Yeah.
Ah,
I swear, if you get me killed, I will haunt you to the end of your days.
don't worry if you get killed. I'll make sure your family can at least have an open casket.
Wow.
I mean, hey, that's a pretty good promise considering where we are.
Sure.
Darius lying too.
At which point, I walk out into the lab and I start producing more doses of regalia.
You're gonna have to buy some more components soon.
Oh, I am. I'm getting very close.
Yeah, and Catalina's
Okay.
gonna need iron supplements as well for her body.
Indeed.
I'm
Simon,
leaving,
you think?
I'm leaving
What
a
makes you think
thousand
that?
just to make that.
Speaking of your body, cut to half a day later, Dr. Charles, there is another opportunity to heal Catalina's body.
Do I think it's healed enough that we can remove the burned out eyes that are currently in her face?
Because of the healing she's been doing naturally and the healing you've been doing, yes, you think so.
Cool. Before I go to heal her again, I will get Lucy in and I will go about removing the burned out husks of her cyberware.
Okay. After a few hours of careful tandem surgery, can you roll me tech medical? I'm doing so for her as well.
That is a 9.
Okay. You two seem to work quite well together in a medical sense, and she is able to show to you some of the tricks involved in how to remove cyberware, because previously you didn't have any context for this, but she explains some of the basics, and it's quite a good educational experience for you.
Interesting.
It isn't just. Now, please be very careful. We don't want to pinch either of her optic nerves. Just slide it out very gently. There we go. Okay. And as soon as the cyberware is out, she sprays like this expanding foam into the wound, and it just like begins to seal up the.
Oh, that's horrific. No.
The vacant space.
No,
that
you
point,
do
I
not
might-
use wound sealers on us. No! Sorry.
Catalina doesn't have eyes.
Yeah, but on
Yeah, no.
open nerves?
At the
will-
moment.
Future.
Uh,
Space future.
At which point,
I hope that is
I-
really special wound stuff.
It is.
it's biofoam. As she goes to spray it, I stop her, and I'm like, 1 second. And I just sort of like sit there concentrating on my hands, and then I just sort of place them on both sides of Catalina's head and force them to stimulate growth.
Okay. You use major organ restoration and Dr. Lucy's jaw, which you can't see clearly past the mask she's wearing, you assume hangs open in disbelief as like all these all the cells around her eyes and even portions of bone just begin to like stitch themselves back together in their predetermined shape. Everything slots back into place. Once the bone's there, then muscle begins to grow back in, as well as other flesh. Eyes, which don't actually grow much after you're born. Like it's weird seeing someone's eyes grow, because it kind of creates like this external membrane first, and then fills it out, and then the eyes like fill up with fluid and start getting all weird and funky, and eyes actually like the irises and the corneas form properly, and then finally the last thing that grows is LED filament eyebrows that change color with her mood.
As it finishes and the power dissipates, I just sort of like stumble back a bit and just fall into a chair and just sort of like, whew, that new ability takes it out of me.
My God, I've seen your work before, Dr. Charles. Well done.
Trust me, even I don't fully understand this one yet. But I figured she needed to be able to see. I'd give her her eyes back.
Right. Well, she takes the cyberware from the tray and just like places it in a sealed Tupperware box. It's all like, we'll take care of this later. Just puts the eyes to one side. Says, all right. Well, I was going to suggest closing up, but you've done the job for me.
Yeah, I don't think that'll happen too often. Oh.
Brand new eyes. That was.
They're
Thank
probably
you for.
going to hurt when she opens them again.
Yes, of course.
We might want to wrap her up so that she doesn't open them too fast.
That's a good point. She's never used these eyes before. Okay, yes.
She's fucking pissed when she can't see radio wave or light or.
She can get new implants later.
I was gonna say,
She
that's-
needs to be able to see now.
That's what our implants are for.
Can I have the old implants?
For
You'll
reasons.
have to talk to Katalina.
I have
It's
legitimate
souvenirs.
use.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
So
you basically just wrap around her head so that the eyes are covered, so that when she wakes up, she doesn't just instantly blind herself with like
Mhm.
bright light.
okay.
Bright light, bright light.
And at this
Blinded
point,
by the light.
with her face mostly fixed and a lot of her wounds progressing normally, you suspect that based on her vitals, she can probably have her consciousness placed back into her body. You think?
I'll go to find Molly. I'll walk around the ship going, Molly, Catalina?
Meanwhile,
Okay.
Catalina and Molly are treating it like hide and seek.
Mhm.
You're not gonna find them until you say Molalina, and then they will just appear. They were
Dr. Charles,
hiding on your back the whole time, man.
Dr. Charles, please make me a perception check. Catalina, we are both rolling stealth.
Okay. Oh, fuck! I rolled snake eyes!
You rolled snake eyes. I rolled double sixes.
Well,
With that's wisdom, yeah. So with a +1, so I got a 13.
Wait, so we had 2 6s, 2 1s, and 2 4s.
Oh wow.
wow.
Yeah. Okay, there's probably a bit too much like comedic chattering back and forth mentally between you and Molly, Catalina, where it's
We
like,
let
"Ooh,
out some
hey."
giggles.
Yeah, so you like probably spend a few minutes just like scurrying about, but within those first few minutes, Dr. Charles, you turn around and see a door close behind something, and swear you heard like some scuttling as the door closed, and you go, okay. Poke your head in the door, and you can see like a pair of antennae behind like a box. Just go as you look in that direction.
Found you. As I sort of like pick the box up with telekinesis to reveal Molly behind it. As much as you two are having fun, I believe Catalina's body is ready for her return.
Oh, Uncle Charles, 5 more minutes.
We are having a good time in here.
Eventually, you're going to have to return to your body. I
That
will leave
is
it up to you when, but you're ready.
That's okay, Molly. We can
True.
always play again another time.
I can't hold you indefinitely, otherwise things are gonna get weird.
Yeah, we might start to meld into one person, and that might not be a good thing.
It would be really funny though.
Probably. But you'd probably be safer if you are not the same as me.
Understand? Okay.
Duh.
So.
Anything you want to
Molly-
do before we part ways for this time?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Molly scuttles off to the kitchen, and in the 5 minutes before you go back to the med bay, you experience the sensation of drinking an entire bottle of ketchup.
I knew it!
Yes.
Suck it.
No, still like vodka better.
I've tried vodka. It's weird.
Duh. It make you feel weird, which is the good
Don't tell
part.
Dad. Don't tell Dad I tried the vodka.
Oh. He does not know?
I hope.
It's his own fault for leaving it for you to find.
Everywhere in his room.
That sounds about right. I have known Dimitri a long time. And then she'll like send a mental picture of like his bedroom back on her boner when they were kids and she was looking for her brother.
Sweetie! Sorry, I just found a ladybug in my hair and I didn't realize I wasn't on mute.
Oh, that was so cute!
That is cute.
Yeah, weird, right? I was sitting inside. Hang on a sec, I'll just deal with this.
All good.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
after
like, yeah.
you-
Just share some little memories of Dimitri from her youth.
Oh dear.
When Dimitri
Yeah. Molly sees them and goes, "Oh boy! I can't wait to talk to him about these."
I can't wait to hear about it.
Daddy was naughty.
Why did you have to show her my room? That is not fair.
Okay. So
Anyway,
after
like-
that,
And like later on, it's like, Katalina, like yours was any better when you hit 14.
That is not point! You couldn't find anything under the electrical wires.
after that, Molly scuttles up to
Or
Med Bay
magazines.
1 and basically, very head crab-esque, just positions her body over the top of Catalina's head and like nestles in a little bit. And it's all like, "Okay, just say when."
Okay, let's do this. And Molly, don't
Yeah.
don't be a stranger.
Of course not.
You are a good bug.
Now, when I put you back, it's gonna be weird. Unlike me, you only have 4 limbs. So, it's gonna be weird, okay?
Sorry, I missed everything that happened. But I'm
Oh.
back.
All good.
All good.
Just mostly Molly and
So-
Catalina, so it's fine.
So
Cool.
don't go looking for extra limbs, okay? I know it's gonna be sad, but you'll have to get over it.
I think I will manage, Molly. Thank you so much for your concern.
Okay.
I vaguely remember only having 4 limbs.
I can understand that feeling very alien after all this time.
Duh. Let's...
Okay, here we go. Whee! And over the course of I'd say 10 minutes, because Molly's being careful now. Dr. Charles, I assume you're in the room, like watching.
Yeah, monitoring.
You probably see her brain activity begin to pick up, and as the transfer goes on, you're like incrementally taking off machines that are now no longer required because her brain is doing the things that they were doing to keep her alive.
Yeah.
And after 10 minutes of watching what it looks like when an alien bug unpacks a consciousness into a brain, Katalina, your eyes are present. After a few more minutes, Molly basically presses the reboot button and does a first-time startup on your body, and you are conscious. But your eyes are wrapped in bandages.
This is weird. Good
Ah,
morning.
you're awake. Morning. Oh,
Everything.
afternoon.
Everything hurts.
It will probably hurt for a while. Apologies.
That's fine. What's wrong with my eyes? Where are my
Well,
implants?
they were non-functional after your lie down in Pin's special bed.
Oh, that makes sense. Did Lockie make my replacements?
Yeah, he hasn't had long enough.
It's going to take more than a day to figure that out.
I feel like Catalina lost sense of time while she was playing with Molly. Yeah.
Definitely.
Because in her mind, the passing of time was just not relevant.
I will say though, can I get a post-tech roll from Lockie to see? Well, actually, Lockie, did you put work into it?
Yes, I
in a
would
few
be,
days?
yes.
Excellent.
6 and a 1, 7 plus 1, 8.
Not bad. You are able to make progress on it, and I feel like there would be some like Lockie-esque flair included in the design.
Would he also get a +1 bonus because he's following blueprints that are very detailed?
Probably yes. So it's like you have what you like in mind, a destination, and basically you're just trying to create a path from where it is to this other point. So you're like, okay, piecing it together, doing all this stuff. What kind of weird Lockie quirk do you think would end up in these plans with you working on them?
Oh god.
Kid.
You asked him for his help.
I did, but she doesn't know that he's been working on tech mods, sorry.
Actually, I would definitely try and put in like an advanced targeting array if possible, like targeting suite.
Oh.
I don't know if you can maintain a mod on cyberware.
I think if you were going to do that, then certain parts of the cyberware would have to be designed to be partially dismantleable. So it would have to be you press a button and a portion of the cyberware just falls out of your face, and because it's your eyes, somebody else would have to do the maintenance for you. So that would have to be part of the design.
Well, since her eyes have been restored, in theory, this is just an implant to go around her eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say he would probably actually design it very similar to his own ones, but yeah, so like they slide into place over the top, but adding in, yes, an advanced targeting to it.
I'd say it's feasible. There are certain hurdles that you'd have to overcome in the design to make it practical, but you've taken some steps in that direction.
Yeah.
Playing
It's
with her
something
designs.
he will be working on.
Of course. So that work was going on. Back in the room with Katalina, your eyes are all.
So, yeah. I'd just be like, yeah, the implant's not working, so we had to remove it.
That makes sense. It's a little bit hazy being back in my own body.
Yes. On that note, quick physical to make sure that the body's working right. So I do the basics and like reflex tests and everything like that, and then eventually get to the eyes, and I'm like, you're going to have to be.
Hang on. Just quick pause. There is something that you do notice as you're doing the whole reflex thing.
Oh, is there?
It probably takes like as Katalina goes to move. I'd say most, if not all, of your joints feel quite rigid. Like you go to flex your fingers, and it's like you get a bit of a flex, and then you flex it back. You get a bit of a flex, and it flexes just a little bit more. And every flex you make, it feels like your bones are like grinding against each other.
Ew.
So there is initial pain when you try to move.
1 second. Walk over, grab some painkillers, and sort of give her an injection to make sure it doesn't hurt too much.
Yeah. If you do any like scans of her, it turns out that the parts of her body that like pad the joints have had to be partially replaced by your healing. But because those cells were replaced by metallic ones, they aren't well designed for that. So it's like it's like by moving the joints, you're like forcibly sanding down the squidgy bits in between the joints by use, because the genetic work done on her clearly wasn't perfect, and this is one of the flaws. Is if she has to regrow this stuff, it feels wrong and hurts for a while before it gets back into the shape it's meant to be.
Apologies, unforeseen consequences.
It's fine. I figure at some point we will go visit our little alien friend. Big alien friend. And
Nope, we have a ship big enough, yes.
why is there a bandage on my head? My eyes feel kind of funny.
Yeah. So, because you sort of need eyes to see, and I imagine it's going to take Lockie a while to get done with your upgrade, I grew your eyes back.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Thank you.
So, I wasn't sure if it was going to work at first, but it seems to have worked. But I wasn't sure if using eyes for the first time would be a great idea to do it so quickly. So I bandaged your eyes so you didn't blind yourself the moment you woke up.
That would probably explain why everything doesn't look so dark.
Yeah. So I'm going to unwrap your head, but I'm also going to go grab a pair of sunglasses to keep your eyes in shade for now.
Maybe also turn the light off?
I will once I'm back, and I'll get you to close your eyes while I unwrap your head.
Okay.
Be back in a moment. Don't move. And I rush off to my room and grab a pair of my sunnies from Doctors.
I mean, I feel like Katalina has a stray pair of sunglasses around.
Yeah, I don't know where they are. I know where mine are. So I went and grabbed my ones. So just sort of like Close your eyes for now, and I'll tell you when to open them again.
Okay.
Unwrap the head, put the glasses on, brush over, and then dim the lights.
Okay.
And
With
open your eyes.
with all these precautions in place, you open up your eyes, and initially there is like this spike of like hyper exposure where everything is just extremely bright the first time you use them, and it's just like, ugh. But then because it's dimmed and the sunglasses, your eyes begin to adjust, and you go from just like the piercing bright to blobs to rough shapes to more specific shapes to somewhat normal sight over the course of the next few minutes.
Ugh, this is disorienting. Ugh.
I can understand that.
It's a very weird sensation to blink again. I have not blinked in a really long time.
You don't realize it until the fact that you can blink again comes to mind.
Plus side, Dr. Charles just pressed the reset button on cataracts.
Fair. So, I have a question, Rory. Were her eyes also genetically modified in her DNA, or are they normal human eyes?
That is a very good point. So, when the genetic modification occurred, you didn't have any eyes.
Well, they basically pop exploded, so...
Yeah. So the the Mantis people didn't have any like context, having scanned you, to know what an eye looked like or how to change it. So you have regular non-metallic human eyes regrown as your genes know how to do.
Oh, so she's basically got her eyes back, like her
Yeah, she
original eyes. Cool.
And as you kind of like begin to move around more, you can feel that you have like a LED filament stubble growing in on top of your head.
Oh, that's good. It'll eventually grow back. Oh, moving hurts.
It probably will for some time, unfortunately.
Can I go back to bed?
A lot of you had to be regrown.
That makes sense. Did we kill DOTAC?
Oh yes, no, he is space dust.
Oh, good.
Oh, so much space dust.
Did you kill all the nanobots inside me?
From what I know, you've been on a bioscanner ever since, and I haven't seen any random movements, have I?
You have not.
It's like, have it?
Have I? No. She's good.
That's why she doesn't need iron supplements, because she's got all these dead nanobots in her.
Actually, at that point, I'd probably be like, you could probably go easy on the iron for about a week or two.
My plans are so great, right?
Works.
Catalina's just gonna be like, okay. And then she's gonna test her implant, see if it works.
And try and flex.
Terrifically
Nothing.
bad.
Nothing.
Me and Lucy can look at fixing that for you.
Okay.
But for now, rest. Get your eyes back to normal. Don't take the sunglasses off for about a week.
Aye, aye, doctor.
I will keep the lights dimmed. I am going to go.
That sounds like a good idea. How long do I have to stay here?
Another day or two, and you should be fine to start moving about the ship.
Okay. What day is it? Was I here long?
Been 4 days? 3 days?
It is the 9th of September, 3200.
It's the 9th. So yeah, you've been 2 or 3 days.
It felt like longer. Okay. I'm gonna go
It's
sleep
actually-
now.
It's actually a Saturday. Thank you, Google.
Hey, are our characters' birthdays the same as our own?
Sure.
If you want.
Ha, Darius's birthday is in 2 days.
Ah.
3.
Okay.
Let's
That
do
will be
it.
interesting
It's
then.
now canon.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but he hasn't told any of you, because of course he
No.
didn't.
But you're going to be on a planet with your dad on your birthday.
Oh, fuck.
Instant regrets.
Like, oh god, my dad knows it's my birthday.
Insta regret.
Okay, so with that, with Katalina able to go about her business, a bit more time passes, and Tazi is able to jump out of drive space, and you get a hail from the Gloved Molotov.
Hello.
Hi, I made it. Is everything fine? I'm receiving these hails from your crew
Hello. Who
to
is
tell me
it?
to wait here. Dimitri.
I would probably keep, considering Darius would be really waiting for this call, he would probably actually drop in and just go, "Do you mind?" to Dimitri.
What? She's like not following any kind of protocols.
For
Oh.
fuck's sake.
What protocols? Nobody briefed me on protocols.
Oh, hello, this is name of ship. Can I contact blah blah blah? Or, hello, this is Tazi. Like, just not, hi, how's it going?
Okay, I'm gonna try it again. Hello, this is the Gloved Molotov, Tazi of the Gloved Molotov, hailing the Milan. I wish to dock. How's that?
Oh, that is much better.
He's gonna get a punch when she gets on the ship.
What? We are a fleet now. We need to have some kind of, like, communication standards.
Point. Okay. Well, I'm being hailed by the Yakutan officials. They're telling me to hold my course and that someone is en route to intercept with the ship. What
Can you
do I
just-
do?
Pass them through to me.
Okay, sure. And after she presses some buttons, the call gets rerouted through to the Milan.
Hello, how are we going?
Hello. Yes, this is Sergeant Mansour.
Nice to
Who am I
hear
speaking
from you,
with?
Sergeant Mansour. It's me again from the Milan.
Oh.
There's a ship that you're currently hailing. Can you please leave that one alone? It's part of me.
It's yours.
Yeah.
Of course. I did what you asked, but I'm a bit concerned. I've been having some questions from my superiors about.
Of course you would. There was a big event that happened, wasn't it? It makes sense that there would have been questions. But-
Yes.
Have you noticed that no one's come out here guns blazing to shoot us down yet?
Yeah. That's because you said.
That's because everything I've said has been the truth. Otherwise, we would have had problems with the Yakutans. Right? The military, as always, is on top of things. We know that.
Of course. Roll me persuasion, please.
Do you
Yeah.
need me?
Yep.
Please.
Oof.
Re-roll that.
Yeah, I thought you might.
Okay. Oh, it wasn't any better, literally. It's a 4
That's
again.
Still at 6.
Well, I only rolled a 4.
Nice.
So.
Pathetic.
Mhm.
Look, it's not my best. Darius is like, he knows it's not his best work, and he's sweating a little.
Though you can't see him, Sergeant Mansour is probably also sweating a bit because he doesn't really know what to make of the situation. He's like, okay, well,
Look, I told you. The deal is this has all got to be kept under wraps, right?
okay,
I'll buy a beer for you once we get on planet. Just
but
ease up, get out of my asshole.
there's people asking questions, and I have to tell them something. So you're gonna have to give me something better than don't ask questions. Like anything better than don't ask questions would be good.
Yeah, all right. Hang on. I'll give a full report in 2 days. Is that cool?
Is that as fast as you can do it?
Probably. In the meantime, I'm going to open another comm channel back to the immersion and just say, what cover story did you use?
Okay. The response that you get for that one is no cover story. We just made it go away.
Not. I'm just going to respond back. Apparently not. And I'm just going to. I'm just going to contact I'll just send back to the immersion. Apparently not. Don't worry though. And then I'll contact Mansour back and just go, look, we had the comms malfunction. There were some things that happened. We're still working on that case file. Everything's okay though. We're under control now.
Are you going to somewhere else in the system, or is your job done?
We'll be heading back to Yakuta in a few days.
All right. I'll get your free ship cleared for landing.
Appreciated.
All right.
Look, thanks, man. Thanks, Sergeant Mansour. I know this has been a fucking pain in the ass. I promise you I'm going to put in a word for the higher-ups for you.
Really?
Yeah, man. You've been helpful.
Oh.
You've done your duty well. You make Yakutans proud everywhere.
Sure would like a promotion.
Wouldn't we all, mate? But look,
Yeah.
I can at least get you up to, what, Corporal? I reckon you deserve that.
Corporals have such better hours. Boy.
Yeah. Anyway, you do your job well, and look, we see that. Just give me a bit of time, all right?
Okay. I can get you 2 days. Just, I'm gonna need something.
Yeah, no issues.
Okay. See ya. And he hangs up.
I'm just gonna replay the message across our entire ship and send it to the Gloved Molotov as well. Look, I know I kind of fucked up. I panicked a little. Sorry, guys. We might be running out of time on how long we can stay undercover here.
Fair.
Well, for the time being, you guys are able to maneuver the Milan and the Gloved Molotov towards Yakuta, as was your initial intention. So, on the 10th of September, on the year 3200, you guys will be arriving on the planet. And I think we can see what that looks like next session.
Would we leave the Milan in orbit since it's not planetary?
You can't land the Milan, so you can either like transfer to the Gloved Molotov and take that down, or take the cargo lighter instead.
I feel like we'd take the Gloved Molotov.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's our new cargo lighter. It just takes a few days to rock up afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Get here eventually, it's fine.
Well, we are still the crew of the Gloved Molotov, so...
I mean, it makes sense. If we've got a planet-ready vehicle, we're going to use it. Especially
We're
when
going to use the biggest
with
one.
enough guns.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
good to
it has
have
med
guns.
bay on it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who cares about a med bay?
Cool.
Or
Next time you get hurt, you get left in
computer.
the dirt.
Ooh.
If it,
Don't worry,
see, the
Darius.
The problem with that thread is he doesn't care.
Don't worry, Darius. Katalina will carry your body back.
Fair enough.
As long as the head is intact, yeah?
Yeah, that's the deal. Open caskets only, right?
Open caskets only.
That's now the never leave anyone behind. It's now just open caskets only.
Oh, it's so much more morbid now.
Don't forget, open caskets!
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, as long as I take regalia and I die, it doesn't matter.
Hey, look,
God, you stupid.
It's just practicality at this point. But I can't guarantee everyone's lives, but I can guarantee they'll at least come back with a pretty face. Hopefully.
Mostly.
If Dr. Charles takes enough regalia, somebody could blow him into meat chunks and he would survive.
That's just so ridiculous.
It's called quintessential reconstruction. Biosonic becomes extremely difficult to kill, encoding their mind into a coherent pattern of MES energy. If killed, the psychic will regenerate from the largest remaining fragment of their body over 24 hours. This process maximizes their system strength for 1 week.
That's so fucking broken.
It's like
Instantly and permanently.
It's broken.
it's
So
like
it's
fourth level powers.
I mean, it's broken.
The psychic
Fourth
retains
level
a
or
vague
not.
awareness of their surroundings while dead and can postpone their regeneration for up to a week in order to avoid notice. But burial or
I mean-
entombment may result in a very short second life.
Yeah,
Each
but
use of-
like,
Each use of this power inflicts 1 point of permanent attribute loss to an attribute of the biosonic.
there's the kicker. That makes sense.
So yeah, I can regenerate, but every time I do, I
You
become
can't get
weak.
like what it was.
But I mean, really, that's not too bad because you can just churn out strength. You don't need it. Like
Yeah, as long
you
as
do
I don't
everything
drop
through you do everything through telekinesis. So just get rid of your strength, and eventually you'll be in a wheelchair that floats. Like,
Go-
who gives a shit?
Go full
Become the Professor X.
Professor Xavier. Yeah. So
Yeah.
who are we rating? Everybody?
Who are we rating?
Charles.
My
Logan.
butt.
Raid Chris's butt. I mean, we've got the Game Stormers just chatting right now.
Yeah, do that.
Polish
Game
Crypto
Storm
is
is
doing
cool.
D&D, Tavern Crawlers playing Euro Truck Simulator.
You know what? Why don't we put it out to the audience? What do you want to watch, audience?
Yeah, Robney, our audience. Who do you want to rate?
Farron's here
We've got,
too.
like,
Yeah, we got Farron, we
True,
got
Farron is
Romney.
here. So that's 2,
I can
and
see
us.
10 people watching us right
There are
now.
other people around. Just because they're not
And
active
there's
on
lots.
chat, that doesn't mean they ain't there.
Yeah, it's
10
TBD
people
is
is
actually
actually
cool.
10 people is more than I expected.
We got
Hi,
some
everybody.
lurkers.
Lurker joke.
We're unbelievable.
Who's on the lurker list?
I don't
Agent
know
Kid.
how to
Asian kid.
kid. Everything is fine. I apparently have. Ooh, it's the thing. I'm now watching the stream. This is gonna make my internet way worse.
Cool.
Okay, so yes. Do those currently watching us want us to go and raid the Game Stormers who are just chatting about stuff?
Can't we do a
Because
poll?
like
I think
Oh,
they're
oh.
actually playing Incata Mind Maze.
What
What's
is
that?
that?
It
Sounds
is
awesome. Let's
from
go
Windows
back.
98. The old Incata, like,
in Carter?
questionnaire kind of things, yeah.
That sounds awesome. Yes. Raid-
See,
Raid
Romney
Game
knows.
Stormers.
Romney knows.
Raid Game Stormers.
There we
Do it.
Can't
It's
find it.
Okay, Game Storm it as said is.
That's too cool not to do. I love it. Okay, everybody. We will be
Thanks.
back next week for a very eagerly anticipated arrival. It's been 53 sessions in the making.
Yeah.
But this party are finally touching down on Yakuta, which means I have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and Catalina's a cripple.
No, she's
Temporarily.
not.
She
Hang
will
on
be
a
for a
second.
while.
The uni thing. I'll be out for a few seconds.
Oh, good. We're
okay.
ending up anyway.
It's all good. So we will see you all next week for some absolute chaos on the surface of Yakuta.
Indeed. And you guys will slowly find out what the hell's wrong with Katalina.
Oh boy, it's such a long list. Okay, everybody. We are going to be rating. We'll see you all next week.
Bye!
Well.
Oh, I'm so
Good
scared.
night.